All right. Okay, there we go.
オアシスって随分と広いのね。それに見たことのないものがたくさん。教授、散歩にでも行きましょうか。ええ、もちろん2人だけで。
どうだい教授さん、何か買ってかないかい？リコにはもう支払い通知が聞こえてる。
Alright, hopefully in today's stream I can finish off the rest of Entropic Dichotomy? Dichotomy? I have no idea how to pronounce that. But yeah, hopefully this will be the final stream so I can finish it off. Hey guys, welcome to the Saturday stream. Tetsamaru here, and another Project NeuroCloud stream. Go ahead and just that room is there. We go.
映画、小説、料理、スイーツ、占い。どれもパンテオンにはなかったものだわ。
I only did like half of my dailies, so I gotta like do the rest of them.
教えてほしい？聞きたいのは公式の解説？それともユーモラスな何か？
Okay, well now I can do it.
公式では浄化者たちの聖殿とされているわ。浄化者はそこで生まれ、修復し、リセットされる。ユーモアなバージョンを知りたいんなら、
Alright, I did that, I did that.
パンテオンはマグラシアで最もユ
I haven't
ー
done
モ
this
ア
yet.
とは無縁な場所なのよね。
相互フォローしない？スタンバイ OK！ ミッションスタート！
Oh man, I remember Entropic Wisdom back in the day. Oh, IDW just died.
はあ？しょうもな。
I know that IDW gets an Alma inscripted in the future, so
スタンバイ OK！
I'm slowly getting fragments for her, like in like the daily shit. I don't know if it's good, but it's free. It's free fragments, so might as well. Might as well. And then I already have like 150 fragments for MDR, so we should be all good there. By the time she gets to affection level 15, I should be ready just to get her to Alma Inscripted 3, like all in one go. And I already finished the crevice exploration. Finally got that finished. I can do this whenever I want. Get this last one in. I was only trying so hard to get through the black hole shit just to get like the free costume items. Now the only way for me to get more is to buy them. Although I think I'm pretty good on costumes now for the most part. I don't think I see any more I want to really get. I got all the important ones to me. I haven't collected my dailies yet because I know if I collect them, I would go over my stamina cap. So like, I'm just waiting for a good time to pick that up. Then 800 energizers. I will definitely do that the next day. I'm a little bit disappointed that there isn't really like some kind of upgrade system in like Entropic Survivors. I feel less like enthusiastic about like trying to play this. It's like Vampire Survivors, but like for some reason it feels like less like I get like less of like a dopamine rush playing this. I don't know if it's because if it's more slow paced or something. The Vampire Survivors clone that was in Nikkei was like way better than this. I don't know. This feels less good. I guess it's possible that compared to Nikkei, they couldn't like quite like copy and paste Vampire Survivors. They had to do the best they could. Maybe that's why this feels worse to me. I'm totally fine with the character selection, honestly. Even though like it does seem kind of random. It would arguably make more sense if this was like either like all the idol girls, just to keep in line with Kluke being here, or if this was just the main characters only. So like Persicaria, Antonina, Roku, just the main cast basically. And I guess we could like, I guess EOS has a justification to be here. It's like Chansey and Erica being here, they're literally like not like story important. So I don't know like if they were just like fan favorites or if like they just couldn't think of like what other snipers to put in there. I look at the snipers that I have. Let's see. I mean, I know Kira's a fan favorite, but she's not in there. Kira's a fan favorite. People are also really like Hubble. Diane was supposed to be a fan favorite, but now I just don't know anymore how much of a fan favorite she really is. Because people are like still salty, or at least a certain part of the fan base is still salty about like the supposed NTR for Diane. I don't really know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh! Oh, I did not realize this. Oh. So, so Alcyon and Electra died in the story, and they're not here anymore. Oh, I did not realize that. They're gone. That's kind of cool, but like also at the same time, it's not like I can interact with them anyway. So like, it's cool, but like at the same time, I also feel like it didn't really matter. But yeah, they're gone. Because I think I remember Alcyon being next to the cage thing over there, and Electra being like kind of like down here in the corner. That's kind of spiffy, actually. I like that. Alright, I gotta plug in my controller so that way I could go through the story. Alright, there we go. Yep, there we go, it's working. I can use the analog stick to kind of move around. Not that there isn't as much of a reason for me to move around. There's like a little like beanbag thing over here, but like I didn't see any characters over here though. I don't know if it's possible for them to like make this kind of thing into like a gameplay mechanic. Like the whole like walking around thing. I mean like it wouldn't be turn-based anymore though. This would have to be kind of real-time. I don't know. Because right now like this whole walking around thing, it serves no purpose other than just to be fun. Even in like the previous like major events, like this whole walking around thing was technically not necessary, but like it was still kind of cool to at least somewhat interact with like your T-dolls like out in the field and shit. I really like the way they did the Chinese New Year one. The Chinese New Year one was awesome. This is like a downgrade from the Chinese New Year. However, I guess I will say though that like this event technically happened before Chinese New Year if you go by like the original Chinese server. So maybe that's why this feels like a downgrade, because like the Chinese event happened after this, but on EN server we're getting this event after the Chinese New Year. So that's why it seems kind of different. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot that I can't just like click on the empty space like that. Alright. I took the time to do the stage that I skipped over, and I managed to do all 3 challenge keys. I also took the time to go back to chapter 1 and go to this stage and do that 3rd challenge key that like I didn't do. That one was actually pretty tough. For some reason, this stage seems tougher than the other one. I haven't done this one yet. Stage 25, part 23, part 22. So, I guess I should be doing this. It's another one of those tower defense maps, which I'm oh so fond of. Oh, this is kind of like a weird setup. Let me see, where's the one that like just does damage? I like that one. Does this even do anything for me? Get double the amount of cash codes in the next 3 conflict zones? I actually don't know if that does anything for me. It might be just a waste of money. Oh. Can I turn off, like, combat numbers here, or can I not do that here? I can't do that here. I'm actually going to remember to turn off combat numbers now. I'll put that on medium as well. Oh, is there actually not a way to turn off combat numbers? I thought there was. I might be getting my games mixed up, because I know that's a thing in Nikkei. I guess that's not a thing here. I guess it's not a thing here. Well, I reduced the post-processing, so hopefully it should run a lot smoother now. Oh, it already feels smoother. Nice. It feels smoother. Can I teleport the dolls? I cannot teleport the little helpers. I'm actually not sure if if Emotep's special ability even procs off the I'm not sure if it procs off the off the little summon helper things. Reduce the source of the incoming. Not a fan of either of those. There's no challenge key here, so I'm basically kind of over leveled, honestly. No challenge keys, just a free Alma and scripted fragments. So like I really don't need to like overthink this, even though like I kind of like to overthink things. I got lucky with the warrior last time, but I'm not gonna get lucky again. After using ultimate skill, dolls gain stealth. Nope, not a fan. Not a fan. It is kind of cool that Eos gets like extra damage off like Entropics, and also she gets extra defense against Sanctifiers. I just feel like this was a kind of a mechanic that they could have already put in the game before they introduced Eos. Like, there should be a couple dolls like that would be specialized for Entropics or something. I'll go ahead and turn off the auto ultimates because I really don't think I need to be wasting ultimates on these low level areas. I see blue HP enemies, which makes me want to bring out Lin, but I don't think I need to worry about that right now. Do I want to take the extra money? Yeah, I'll take the extra money. Specialist, alright. Since I'm like owning these guys so quickly, I probably don't need to worry about Nora falling asleep so quick. At the start of battle, each doll increases the attack and hash rate of all allied dolls. Dolls take less time to respawn, sure. I mean, like, that's just like a what if someone dies, I guess. What if? I should... Nora's great if the battle only lasts like 5 seconds. Which it kind of is right now. Warrior. Alright, cool. I can use Lin. Alright. Let's see. What is this? When a doll dies? That's assuming my dolls are dying. Oh, that's a good one. Enemy units with debuffs on them have decreased operating physical defense. Ally units deal true damage equal to their physical operating defense to enemies within one tile. Cool. Alright, so Lin's in the backup area. Who do I want to place for Lin? I guess Jangyu. Jangyu's not even getting like the chance to even like bust out her clones because the enemies died too quickly. They are dying too fast. They're dying way too fast. I guess all the ones spawning here on the bottom are just range units because they can't even get to the main base. Oh, wow. Yeah, Nora's fallen asleep. Okay, so... yeah, I gotta take Nora out then. The only way to undo that is if I use, like, an ultimate or something. Alright, goody. I can replace Nora with 416. Yeah, Nora is great as long as, like, you can, like... as long as you know that she just won't immediately die. Or not die, like, immediately, like, fall asleep. I guess these battles are lasting a little bit too long. I guess this is longer than 3 seconds. I believe the time for, like, the battle to end for Nora would be, like, 6 seconds, I think. So, if the battle goes longer than 6 seconds, Nora will probably hit her cap, and then she'll fall asleep. And then you gotta use an ultimate to wake her up. Yeah, I guess Nora is just bad for these tower defense maps. I'm really working hard on trying to get these Alma and Scripta. I haven't even gotten the first unlock yet. Oh, I'm already at the limit. Okay then. Yeah, I guess we're fine with this then. Let's see. Sure. I honestly could just auto this. I really could. A tie between Kuki and Lin for that MVP spot. I got EOS to like affection level 6 right now, just from like daily farm grinding. And I think like that's about the highest I can get, like within a reasonable amount of time, just to get her like to a high affection, like fast. And now it's gonna be like a very slow grind to get her to affection level 15 without using affection items. Because it feels like I've been working on like trying to get like Lin to affection 15 for like a whole month, and she's only like on 14 right now. And like I'm being very stingy with like my affection items because like I don't know if like in the future if like there might be like an even more broken character that like I'm gonna like jumpstart to affection 15 right away. Don't know if that'll be a thing. Don't know. Probably not though, because I feel like we're already like pretty good for like our current setup of dolls. No doll has ever come out to be so like abysmally broken when they came out, other than 416. Like even EOS, like that EOS just got released now, and like even though EOS is really strong, she's not like super broken compared to some of the other dolls that we have right now. But when 416 came out though, there was like literally no other doll that could do what she did. So getting 416 when she first came out was like such a boon for your early game. But now like every doll that comes out now, they're not like a must pull or something. As long as you've been playing the game for a while, you're pretty much good power level wise. I haven't felt that like I needed to pull for any character that's come out recently, like Luna or like Tosh or something like that. Yeah, and the only reason to even pull for EOS is because she's a limited unit. But other than her being limited though, like if she wasn't like stupidly busted, which for right now like I'm not super sold on, then like I might have skipped on her pull too. It cost me over 160 pulls just to get her. So, damn. Kana didn't last like 2 seconds. She did not even last. Part 7, stage 30. Yep, alright. Almost there. Almost there. And then, like, I almost wanted to do this one off stream, but unfortunately, this definitely looks like spoiler territory. Oh, did I? Did I level up a character for today's dailies? I don't think I did. There we go. That'll do. I got Fresno to Affection 15 like super early on just because I knew she was gonna get an Alma Inscripta. We still don't have it yet, but then again, it took Emotep like forever to get her Alma Inscripta on EN servers. So whenever the Mika overlords decide they want to give us these Alma Inscriptas, whenever they decide they want to give it to us. Nice. Let's see. Nope. I know that, like, I got, like, a few Antonina fragments, like, just from doing, like, daily pulls. It wasn't quite enough, it seems, to, like, get her the next breakthrough. Nope. Alright, here we go. And then the only reason why Chelsea's at Alma Inscripta 30 is just because, like, it's free. It's literally free. Nope. Oh, I already looked at it. Tyrion. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty good for Alma Inscriptus for now. Not without, like, hard farming. Alright, so let's see. What happened last time? I kind of need to remind myself what happened last time. Alright, so, like, Esphorus was having, like, his little thing with Malkira and Bulimia. And then, like, Malkira keeps trying to tell, like, Esphorus that, like, oh, like, the gods are not, like, they don't have, like, the Sanctifier's best interest or whatever. He should join their side, and that they're, that they have, like, an open invitation to, like, Esphorus, as well as, like, any other strong Sanctifier. And then, like, Electra and Alkion are dead. They both got entropified anyway, so, like, they were gonna already, like, lose themselves, so Alkion decided to do, like, a fucking double suicide thing, so that way they both can die together. And then, Eos and the Professor, they were trying to, like, make their way to the third tower. And then they fought the spider thing. Alright. And then they beat the spider thing. So, alright then. In Tartarus sector, at the middle ring entrance to the inner ring. Eos can barely move, so I support her as the two of us hurry over to the designated rendezvous point. There, we see a melancholy figure. He looks up at Tartarus eternally overcast sky. White light from the three towers in the distance joins together, boiling away the entropics and bleaching the labyrinth walls touched by its radiance. As the light of purification reaches us, the raw earth seems to spring back to life. However, there's no warmth in it for us. All we can feel are cold, lonely echoes. Alright, let's see. So, this is in the past, but we all know that, like, in the future, Eos turns. So, this is probably a turning point in, like, what happened to Esphorus, like, internally, I guess. Tetsamaru. Eos, I'm sorry. Eos tightens her grip on my hand. I can hear her holding her emotions back as she breathes into my ear. Seeing Esphorus lose his luster like this has shaken Eos more than the wound she took in the battle. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't anyone's fault. No, Electra and Alcyon, and Atlas's death, they are all my responsibility. We all came here prepared to sacrifice ourselves, by the direction of the revelations. The revelations. Asferus mutters those words to himself, then sighs and shakes his head. The Halo system has been activated. We ought to proceed with the next stage of the plan. There's no telling how long the Halo would last, and the time limit for killing Malcurus is fast approaching. Eos lets go of me and walks up to Asferus, looking into his eyes. Electra, Alcyon, and Atlas lived according to the Sanctifier Creed to the very end. They knew what they were doing and what they'd have to face. Perhaps the words of the gods are the initial impetus that motivates every Sanctifier. But it was more than just their revelations that supported them, supported us in coming to this place. Eos raises her hands. It isn't a gesture of prayer like before. Instead, she presses them to her chest. We acknowledge our identity and our calling. We embrace justice and fairness. We fight for the safety of all agents on the Cloud server. Along the way, both you and I have experienced doubt and confusion when encountering bizarre occurrences. But even if we cast faith aside, even if the revelations are nothing more than a noose around our necks, all they can do is kill us. They cannot make us give our lives for them. Asferus, we hold our blades in the darkness. We defend order in the face of chaos. In the face of chaos, you're the last one who ought to be shaken. Atlas, Alcyon, and Electra, and all the tens of thousands of warriors at the border battlefront. Even if the outcome is one of despair, you still owe them an answer. And besides, we still have a ray of hope. Go forth in the truth. Do not fear. Do not hesitate. Perhaps the driftwood of your faith may not be a firm footing, but responsibility will carry you to the far shore, where you will once again plant your feet upon solid ground. Responsibility. My responsibility. The man draws his swords, and the dim morning star shines once again. Let's go do what we think is right, Asferus. Make the call. Our mission isn't over yet. Because you rejoice and bow before evil, so do I smite and cleanse you. I shall eliminate you from Agressi, and scourge you from the cloud. I shall exterminate you, and you would know that I am the guardian of Agressi. Would that be it so? In the inner ring of the Tartar sector, the light has spread, and it now illuminates the destination of their journey. It is a savage-looking structure that seems almost alive, and upon closer inspection, it seems both out of place and strangely familiar. As we go deeper, the light seems to encounter some kind of obstacle, and its rate of spread drops. What's the activation status of the Halo? Let me see. Around 95%. It'll be fully activated soon. By then, we can be considered to have the full support of the Halo system. Just like how we were all weakened the moment you and Atlas obtained the Rubik's map. I see. What do you think this weakening will be like? The best outcome I can foresee is another halving of all of our relevant parameters. Another halving? And that's the best case? Yeah, after all, a weakening that's more like halving is too weird. It's not so much a trap at that point, it's more like some kind of rule. Since it's a rule, then it would be worse if it was directly directly damaged us. I look towards Eos. She opens her mouth, and just as she's about to say something, the Halo activation progress bar fills up. A sinister ripple emanates from that distant structure and spreads in all directions. Ugh. A sensation that is far more powerful than what I experienced when obtaining the Rubik's map washes across my body. No longer hidden or concealed, this paramedic halving causes our digital constitutions to wither up like creatures stricken by a degenerative disease. Asferus and I stumble back a couple steps, barely able to keep our balance. The effects are worse on Eos, who was badly hurt to begin with. She lips free of my hands and collapses to her knees, a pale blue liquid oozing from her mouth. Eos! Sorry. Good thing it seems like just another round of weakening. Come, I'll heal you. No, that's not right. Eos' mouth opens as she gasps in great lungfuls of air, waving me away to indicate that I should not do anything. Your body was already operating at a minimum activity threshold. If you don't remedy the effects, the weakening inflicted. That's not what I meant. She struggles to point forward. Look out! A vicious attack strikes and fades in an instant. Esferus barely manages to block it. It is at this point that I realize what Eos saw. Not far away, at the limits of the Halo system, where the light does not reach, entropic matter is gathering at the behest of that eerie wave just now. Rotten, corrupted matter flows, adheres, accumulates, and entrepinates, slowly coalescing into a disgusting construct of some bizarre substance that has vaguely humanoid shape. Why didn't you attack again? You could have heavily wounded one of them if you had followed up on that blow. Because ambushes are the lamest way to fight. I can kill them all face to face. Do you realize our situation? The fact that we've been respawned in this way means that these sanctifiers have killed us all before. The sector's core where Lady Makura rests is behind us, so keep your unruliness in check. Oh yeah, I died before. Wait, I died before? It totally doesn't feel like it. Who killed me? Who is it? I can't believe you beat me in a straight fight. I want to fight you again. She's beyond help. Lend me a hand, Anatora. I'm listening, don't rush. We've all died before, so naturally we need to be more cautious. Go with Kana. I need to prepare the battlefield. A spider only moves within her web after all. This utterly unprecedented scenario smashes all my previous predictions to bits. I instinctively begin summarizing the circumstances and attempt to analyze the tattered remnants of logic that remain, even though I subconsciously know that it's all a waste of effort. Perhaps this really is like the term I used to describe it, malware. This is a malice on the gods' part, a product of their whims. Justice? Fairness? Do the perceptions of sanctifiers have a meaning to the gods? We have entered a frenzied swamp, a bottomless abyss, the opposite of all goodness and hope. Damned souls, which ought to have gone silently to the grave, had clawed their way back out of the ground, chatting casually with each other, as though to mock the sacrifice of the sanctifiers. Tetsamaru, Eos, step back. Before we can act, Esferus has already drawn his sword and advanced to meet them. Esferus! Steel meets steel, and operants throw up clouds of dust that instantly fill our line of sight, along with the chunks of entropic matter. Even though Esferus' operants have been slashed down to a quarter of the original level, he strides through the battlefield like a wrathful demigod. Standing in the distance, both Eos and know full well that this battle is not one that we can interfere in. Oh shit! Yo, bro actually looks damaged now. He was like all prim and proper before, but damn. Now he looks hurt. His wings are shattered. His long white hair is singed. His master hand is severed, and so he wields his sword on his left. Esferus' face is blank, as though he feels no pain, as he weaves through the enemy, leaving slaughter in his wake. The High Order Entropics are heavily wounded by his ruthless onslaught. However, Esferus cannot deal them a fatal blow either. That's enough. Oh, shit. I can't tell if she's crying. I don't think I see any tears in it. It's more like kind of like the light shining down on her eyes, so I don't believe she's crying. Tetsamaru, can you give me some time? Right now? Yeah. Is there something you want to tell me? I'm sorry I couldn't protect you. I should be saying that. You've already done enough. Before she can finish, Eos chokes and coughs. Pale blue liquid oozes down her face and drips to the ground. I'm sorry for making you see me in such a miserable state. Even though I decided before setting out that no matter what happened, I would present a calm, composed face to everyone. Eos takes my hand and I feel her press something into my palm. Don't look, and don't remember me as I am now. It's so unsightly. Count to 30 before opening your eyes, okay? As her warm breath fades from me, so does Eos's voice drift away. If there's anything you want to tell me, you can say to the Reverse Tower when you return to it. And if possible, I really wish I could have made more memories with you. Even without her telling me, I already have an idea what Eos is planning to do next. You will have to finish the last leg of this journey with S first. Please do your best to help him. Do it for me. Do it for us. I tighten my hand around the object she left me, and I can feel its contours in my palm. It is Eos's earring, her keepsake. I will bear witness until the very end. Because you rejoice and bow before evil, so do I smite and cleanse you. I shall eliminate you from Agressi, and scourge you from the cloud. I shall eliminate you, and you will know I am a guardian of Agressi. Eos's body shines like never before. Time seems to stop, and even the intense battle before us comes to a halt, as everyone turns to look. This is the final hurdle before the destination. It's time that I took over. Surrounded by the high order Entropics, Esphorus rushes toward her, heedless to everything else. Initiating judgment mode. Damn! That makes sense why the next stage is That makes sense why the next stage is like a solo Eos stage. Oh shit, like just a straight up boss fight? Okay then. Just a straight up boss fight. Oh snap, it's against all three too. So we got Kana, we have Telemia, and we have Antinora. Oh, also like Antinora's range is legit the entire field. Telemia's range, but like she actually has a range. And then Kana's just melee. Alright then. Oh, I can't even move her from this. Oh, I literally can't move her from this spot. Initiating judgment mode. Near Cloud Fusion Protocol hosts Esphorus, now combining. Esphorus slowly opens his eyes and silently listens to the series of notifications going off throughout his body. Until a hand lands on his wrist, whereupon he moves. My Neurocloud will probably remain within your body forever. But that's fine. That way Tetsamaru and I will be able to witness our end. This should not be your ending. Esphorus whispers quietly before closing his eyes again. The light shifts and gathers where he cannot see, and then it moves. Esphorus feels the weight in his hand lighten. Operating transfer protocol source EOS. Target Esphorus. Transferring now. Transfer complete. Esphorus. Thank you for bringing us here. Esphorus presses his lips shut. He looks more miserable than holding Eos. He looks more miserable than Eos holding back her trembling as she gasps her breath. Back then, when all the stars in the universe sang as one. When even the heavens and the twinkling of the stars between the clouds rejoiced. Stars cast their eyes down, and there found lights. Esphorus can no longer fear any weight on his hand. Eos's breath has changed as well. It seems to be drawing away and growing faint, but at the same time it feels more real than ever, as though it never left. So close yet so far, drifting just out of reach. The stars and light accompany annihilation. Together, they become the most elementary particles of the universe. Something has fallen asleep, lonelier than the heavens and slower than time. Something has awakened, brighter than the stars and more dazzling than light. Oh shit, she just died. Oh, I get it. It's kind of like a permanent like ult. Like her ultimate just kept on casting. Yeah, I didn't have to win that at all. It was scripted. That is crazy. All right, let me see. What am I doing here? All right, back to running challenge mode. What are we picking? Alright, I have found my easy path. Yep, I got it. I got my easy path. Almost forgot to do my overclock again. I always forget this. I always forget this. Huh, okay, this is not a good melee fight. Yeah, like if I had Jingyu there, Jingyu would just summon up clones that would do nothing. Alright, that was worth. Oh yeah, turn off all the ultimates because I don't want to waste it here. You may choose to enter any selected room in the next battle phase in your next 3 moves. Oh, I see. So like just any one of these. Wow. Finals unexcluded. That's a... Yeah, so like any one of these, huh? Ah, I ran out of money. All non-medic friendly units gain plus 50 hash rate, but minus 50 attack. Ah, fuck. Alright. We going full hash rate now. We going full hash rate. That kind of stings, honestly. Alright, Kroku's dead. If only I had a little bit more money. But then, like, I kept on, like, avoiding all the combats and, all the combat tiles. So that's kind of on me, honestly. That's on me. Let me see. All right, I found my easy path. I still think taking this easy path is the way to go, though. I still think it's the way to go. And then, like, if I have a hard time at the boss, then, like, I have a hard time at the boss. Because that seems better. That seems preferable, honestly. Alright, not gonna go for another neutral protocol again, though. Definitely skipping that. Let me see, warriors, medics. I'll take medics. Medic. There we go. I actually have money this time. God damn it, again? Alright. Like this. Alright, boss fight. This should be doable. Like, I'm going in with like full HP and everything. This should be doable. Maybe I should have done the EOS special instead. That might have been better. That might have been better. It worked out. It worked out in the end. Worked out. Yes, I'll take it. I always take it. I always gotta take it. Alright, Kroku is usually the first one to die. That's normal. That's within normal parameters. It was worth. Totally worth. Huh, that was a challenge key run? That felt pretty easy, actually. That didn't feel hard at all. Somehow some of my other challenge key runs were way harder than that. Alright, this one's only one layer, so that's pretty sus in itself. That sounds like another story segment, which means I can't just skip it. Didn't think Eos was gonna die on the battlefield, but she did. In the inner ring of the Tartarus sector. The sounds of fighting from outside the door rise and fall. Malkura sits upright on her throne, lovingly caressing her pet Entropic. Her eyes are half shut, as though she's enjoying beautiful music. Do you hear it? This exquisitely designed play is about to reach its climax. Several screams later, the ruckus outside the door dies down. The pet Entropic cowers in Malkura's arms, its gaze wandering wearily between Malkura and the door. Chirp! There. Our guest will be here soon. Something smashes against the door, and the thunderous impact breaks the silence. Chirp! Frightened, the pet Entropic looks at its master and tries to seek shelter. But instead, it sees her hit Herdo placid face burning and twisted with a twisted excitement. Ah, he's here. He's here at last. Malkura rises to her feet, and the pet Entropic falls to the ground. It scurries into a shadowy corner, striving to flee the crashing noise that is growing louder and louder. After the third collision, the door is smashed apart, and the dark shape falls into the room amidst a shower of rock fragments. It is Kana, impaled through her chest with her own weapon, which nails her to the ground in front of the throne like a javelin. A figure welding stars and light follows immediately behind her, holding a pair of purple carcasses. They are still dripping light blue liquid from where they've been cut. They are dumped beside Kana. As you wish, I'm here to take your life. Alright, so yeah, I guess that means that Esferus just soloed Antinora, Kana, and Telemia. Malkira is neither frightened or shaken by the scene. She simply applauds in sincere delight. Clap, clap. Amazing, Esferus! There could be no better finale than this. As the leader of the Sanctifiers, you led your elites in overcoming all the obstacles and opposition in your way, crushing despair and difficulty, fighting your way through Tartarus to arrive before the Queen's throne. This magnificent deed has never been before performed in Magresi. At last, at last, at last. Heh. Ha ha ha. Malkira's laughter is filled with madness. Her tentacles swell and twitch, as though hungry. Just as her mad laughter reaches its peak, it suddenly stops, becoming an ardent heat instead. At last, you are standing before me. Esferus, I have waited too long for this. From the first day the reverse tower of Babylon clashed with Tartarus. No, even before that. I have been looking forward to your arrival, ever since the Tartarus sector was born. Alright, give me a second here. Oh, not that. Where is it? Alright. Alright, there we go. That's better. Alright, that's better. It is the same for me. Esferus takes a deep breath, and then levels his sword at Malkira. The blade gleams with light, glowing like a newborn star, its shining edge extending straight into the abyss. Malkira, I have come to kill you. Oh, that was short. Alright, there is no, there is no, like, challenge key here, so obviously a story segment. For some reason, whenever I take the shield thing, I seem to survive a lot better, so I guess maybe I'll just take that. Like, maybe, like, defense is the key and not offense? Alright, I have found my easy path. I'm still doing the whole easy path thing. I'm still doing that. Still doing that. Huh. I saw like a fucking like a skill haste thing right here. But like it's weird because like it's in a spot where like it's covered up. That's odd. Nope, not doing it. Not doing that. Definitely not doing that. I know not to gamble my luck on that. Oh, I just forgot that there's no challenge key set right here, so I don't actually have to try hard. It's like I'm try-harding because I'm so used to try-harding, but I forgot that there's no, yeah, I forgot. I forgot there's no challenge keys. So I don't have to worry. I can't afford anything right now. It's only one. It's literally just like the one. Oh, there's a narrative area. Okay. Haha! Yes, that's it. That's how it should be. The tentacles collide with a keen blade with a shriek, and a storm of operants erupts from the point of impact. This pain, this misery, this excitement. What a delightful flavor it is. Give me more, Esphers. It isn't nowhere enough. The tentacles seize on an opening and wrap around Esphers' neck, but they are severed in the next moment by the radiance that fills the sky. Because you rejoice and bow before evil, so do I smite and cleanse you. Heh, the words of the faithful, the ravings of a favorite child of the gods. Are you still clinging to that laughable faith, even now? A tentacle knocks aside the blade's point. Atlas. A tentacle strikes the blade's dead center, sending shockwaves running up and down its length. Electra, Alcyon, and Eos. A tentacle coils around the blade's hilt. Do you grieve them? They died in a place reviled by the agents of the cloud in Tartarus. But do you understand? Do you know why they died? Who drove you all to advance in such haste? Who made you wallow in such misery? And who? Hit the wrong button on my keyboard. There we go. Okay, there we go. That looks a lot better. A tentacle avoids the Holy Relic's arc, savagely punching a hole in Esphers' left shoulder. Esphers coughs up a cool, light blue liquid and staggers back a few steps. Malkira closes in after him, face to face and eye to eye with Esphers. Who made your sacrifice for the sake of laughable comedy? Jokes. Pants heavily. Your gods are nothing more than. Before Malkira can continue, Esphers grits his teeth against the suffering of his body and grabs a tentacle that has stabbed deep into him. Esphers looks up, and there is indescribable anger on his pale face. That's enough out of you. Tetsamaru! Simulator system ready. Activating artificial suppressor system. I leap in where I was hidden outside the door, dragging in a bunch of reprogrammed recon drones that I wired together, and which now radiate light from a simulated halo. So, you had another trick up your sleeve. Ugh. Esphers, now! The imitation halo won't last long. Malkira, I've been meaning to say this from first time you spoke. Atlas, Electra, Alcyon, and Eos, all of them. Esphers grits his teeth, then infuses operants into the relic before pouring it at Malkira, who's been temporarily subdued by the imitation halo. Along with Tetsamaru and myself, we didn't come this way just because of the gods in our faith. We are here to defend the safety of Magressi's agents, for justice and fairness. Here, for the very calling of the Sanctifiers. Cool. I mean, should be an easy fight. Turn this on. Okay, cool. I'm actually not sure why, like, 416 just kind of dropped dead. But she did, though, for some reason. The relic in Esphers' hands flows with operans, and the device I'm operating is on the verge of breaking down from Malkira's struggles. The pressure drives me to my knees, and all my modules and systems in my body are trembling. Esphers! I shall eliminate you from Magressi, and scourge you from the cloud. I shall exterminate you, and you would know that I am the guardian of Magressi. And now, die! An angry roar shatters the final remnants of the halo light, and driven by a tremendous surge of operans, the relic pierces Malkira's chest. The face of the latter is frozen in shock, as Sanctifier operans course through Malkira's body. Thread after thread of light is spread all over her like a spiderweb. Esperus withdraws the relic and stumbles a few steps back. Malkira's body collapses to the ground, her final mocking smile slowly fading away. Phew, Tetsamaru. I verified the disappearance of Malkira's signal. Esperus pants and slowly turns around before meeting my eyes and smiling. It's over. Haha. Yeah, it's over. I smile too, as I gather the last of my strength to get up. But then my eyes catch sight of something, and I freeze. A string of abnormal operands feedback appears on the screen of the detector in my hand. Esperus, look out! My voice is slower than the sudden change, and a black tentacle has already impaled Esperus' core. Ha 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 ha! The alert from my device rings out at the same moment as Esperus is stabbed through his core. Amidst peals of mad laughter, Malkira deals Esperus a fatal blow with the tentacle, which throws him into my arms. Heh, the Sanctifier is calling. First you lie to yourself to patch up the hole that remains after your faith is shaken. And then you impfot your mission to offer yourself some meager consolation, all for the sake of scrabbling for a few clumps of self-worth. And now, at the very end, you discover that it was nothing but a pack of lies. Oh shit, he's even more damaged than before. You. With great difficulty, Esperus sits up in my arms, and then his eyes turn incredulous, as though he's heard something. He looks down and stares blankly at the wound in his core, and then looks back up at Malkira. Do you realize it now? You brought everyone with you, on your mad charge into the blazing heart of the candle, only to find it an empty void. Esperus ought to have sustained a fatal wound, but instead he sits there dumbly. The operants around his wound begin to reverse their flow, as though they have a will of their own. Esperus, your wound! He hears it! He sees it! Go on, speak it out loud. Recite what you see in your system notifications, for the Sanctifier beside you to hear. Listen, and you would know what is so laughable, and what fills you with dread. Yes, that's right. That's the look. Don't doubt it. What you hear is exactly the same as what I just heard. I tried countless times. I heard it countless times. I prayed. I hope you would all be the exception. But as I thought, you were all sinners in the same cage. There are no exceptions. Shut up! Esperus grabs my hand and keeps me from speaking. His fingers tremble as he brings up a screen. Warning, fatal error detected. Terminating procedurally generated network training exercise. Error system. Completion is below threshold. Neurocloud is about to collapse. Preparing to verify program. Preparing to recover resources. Commencing program verification. Attack source detected. H01EX01. Entropic Mastermind Malkira. Error. Annihilation of H01PX01 is not confirmed to basic preset. Revert outcome. Restoring status. Malkira watches our expression with interest. The only sound left is a silent place in electronic noise. Is this why Malkira came back to life? The gods placed limits on us, and levied trial on us, but the solution never existed in the first place. The Supreme Entropic and the Supreme Sanctifier cannot be killed by each other. What a joke. What a vicious curse. Calm down, Esperus. There must be something wrong. I try to find another rational solution to this problem, but I see Esperus' wound. My head goes blank. It should have been fatal. Even if we brought him back to the reverse tower for immediate treatment, survival would have been doubtful. Yet, it is almost completely healed. Esperus, Enough rubbish, still. No, now that the climax is past, I suppose it's time for the next act then. This time, you ought to be patient enough to have a proper conversation with me. A massive impact suddenly hits me. I shudder, but before my sensory systems can react, I'm already on the ground. My consciousness fading. Before my auditory systems completely stop working, I can barely make out a few snippets of conversation. Alright, just the us now. Work together, resist. Atlas, Ellie, Al, Horrors, remain. Resurrection, possible. Cooperation, sincerity. Don't, Esperus. Don't listen to her. It is difficult to move my mouth, and I don't know if my final admonition makes it to him before I completely shut down. Oh wow, that's kind of like, that kind of takes me out of the moment. I see like fucking Florence like on her like little like Segway, and then like I see Janeway having like a fucking like cat fight with like her little training dummy. Alright, this is absolutely like not even worth taking those. That's not worth. And then this is just a normal thingy. Yeah, that looks like a normal thingy. I just want to see like if there's like any narrative shit in here. No, I don't see any narrative shit. Alright. Granted, that was just the first floor, but I'm just going to assume the second floor is the same thing. The shining firmament splits open, casting a distinct shadow. In an unknown place at an unknown time. The crushing silence and the darkness all around me made my consciousness feel like it's going to disintegrate. Like a ball of weeds thrown into the water. Even when I come to my senses, my mind feels like drifting foam. Whispering and rustling. Voices seem to be peering around a corner, nervously looking to either side. Then, as though they know the cage protagonist can do nothing to impede them, they begin growing bolder, more arrogant. The voices' contents are indistinct, with words displaced and transposed. They are not there to convey information or meaning, but rather, they are more like a shackle that came loose by chance. Since they have no power to conceal the secret behind them, they have no choice but to let it all loose. Even so, your neurocloud will experience certain ill effects when connecting to it, such as damage to your memory module. Memory loss again. Also, while I do my best to ensure your safe connection, if you end up dying in the fragment's memory data, you may end up being lost in the data terminus forever, never to wake up again. That's fine, after all. This is a much better situation than I envisioned. Who's that? Sorry, I'm fine. Just that my memories are a mess. Why am I here? Please stop your self-diagnostics for now. I'm worried that it will cause errors in your neurocloud system. An exposed neurocloud in a place like the Tartarus sector is like a light in the night, drawing predators to itself. I'll take you to meet the others and then explain the situation to you in more detail. What are they talking about? The overlapping voices come and go as they wish, speaking with no concern for my questions. Perhaps the reason why they appeared was to fill me with confusion. As the voices fade away, the crushing sensation fades, and my dark prison welcomes its first ray of dawn. Oh, it's love! Tetsamaru. Ugh. Tetsamaru? Eos? Noble Tetsamaru, I am the intermediate sanctifier love of the clergy. How do you feel now? The clergy? Shouldn't I be in Tartarus? That's right, Makura. Esperus. Like, I reflexively try to move after waking up, only to find that something is binding my body. My apologies, but I hope you would not move around since you were still recovering. This is not the front line. We are currently in the reverse tower of Babylon, and this is the Chamber of Divine Restoration, presided over by the clergy. It is a place where sanctifiers undergo treatment and recovery. We are safe, so calm yourself. I'll release you from your bonds now. The intermediate sanctifier called Love performs an operation beside me, and the restrictions over my body suddenly loosen. Could you tell me what's going on? How did I come back from Tartarus? Lord Esferus brought you back. You have been resting for half a month now. Half a month? Uneasiness spreads throughout me. I bring up my system journal, which indicates that it's been half a month since our infiltration of Tartarus. Since Esferus sent me back, where is he now? Lord Esferus has left. As you know, we intermediate sanctifiers are not authorized to pry into the affairs of the greater ones without a good reason. However, Lord Esferus left an encrypted message for you in the Chamber of Divine Restoration before he left. Would you like me to hand it over to you now? Or would you prefer to wait? You appear to be unwell, so I would advise you to rest. That's fine. Just send the message over now. After exiting the recovery capsule, I limber up my body and get used to the situation. I feel a strange sense of curiosity regarding the intermediate sanctifier before me. Have you been here all this time? Yes, I have. Your safety is of great importance to the reverse tower. Lord Esferus sent me here to care for you after he brought you here. Have I seen you before? It has not been long since I was born from my sacred canon, and I was under Lord Esferus' direct command before this, so I believe you should not have seen me before. So I've never seen you before. Huh. Hey, look at those are professor memories. An image flashes across my neural cloud like an electric shock. It seems to have come from a long time ago, or perhaps a long time in the future. Are you alright? We detected damage to your memory module during the recovery. I advise you perform a deep self-diagnostic. No, it's alright. I finally realized that this strange curiosity doesn't come from my own perceptions as a sanctifier, but from something else that I've overlooked. What kind of message does Esferus leave behind? Now loading encrypted message contents. Noble Tetsamaru, this requires vocal recognition from you. All you need to do is say, acknowledged. Acknowledged. Vocal recognition confirmed. NeuroCloud is a match. Physical verification complete. Now decrypting encrypted message. I will be off then. Please feel free to contact me if you need anything. Love bows and then leaves the Chamber of Restoration. The only thing I can see now is Esferus' message. Tetsamaru, I know you must have many questions for me, but do not worry. We have already returned to the reverse tower and it is safe. Many problems have piled up at the front lines due to this operation, so I must return there to clear them up. Before I return, you should have a good rest. Let Love know if you need anything. As for the rest, once I return and we meet again, I will tell you everything. The image vanishes. I stroke my chin and narrow my eyes. Memories well up in my mind. Alright, just the us now. Work together. Resist. Atlas. Al. Core. Remain. Resurrection. Possible. Cooperation. Sincerity. That's why you had to return to the front lines. Is that really it, Esferus? After I string together the sequence of events, I tried to read my memory modules again, and after several failed attempts to connect at them, I finally managed to play back the scraps of info I heard before the NeuroCloud rebooted. Although it's still disjointed, it finally gives me an idea regarding what to do in the situation. Flashback. Memory module. Love! I'm here. What do you need? Can the Chamber of Divine Restoration heal memory damage? Of course it can. The Chamber of Divine Restoration is an area dedicated to the very concept of healing. Please do not doubt our professional skills. There is no better healing facility than this in all Magresi. With your permission, we will begin the recovery work immediately. I'll be counting on you then. I look thoughtfully at Love, and as I narrow my eyes, data flies across them at high speed. In the admin center of the Enigma sector. Oh, we back! We back in the... not the real world. We back in the real Magresi, which sounds weird to say. The sound of rapid keystrokes fills the room. If one had to assign some musical accompaniment to this frenzied typing, the only piece that would fit would be the flight of the bumblebee. Oh, I am already imagining that. Yo, Flight of the Bumblebee was like so like overused in like a lot of like very old like 60s and like 50s cartoons, like Looney Tunes or like even Tom and Jerry and shit. Yeah, that was used a lot. Antonina follows the clues that Eos gave, and after going around in circles a few times and jumping between different pieces of past information, her fingertips stop on a certain spot. A massive impact drowns out all that noise in the room. Antonina suddenly stands up, leaving her table and chair shaking from the force of her movements. I found it, Newman! Help me contact Persicaria. Phew, I thought someone was hacking us. Now connecting. Newman wipes away the coffee that splashed on him with a paper towel, now pausing for a moment as he continues streaming the screen from just now to Persicaria's viewfeed. Ah, there it is! Alright, so that is the first time we are seeing Shining Edge Persicaria. I mean, like, I've already been spoiled, and I'm pretty sure most people have been spoiled at this point already too, but that's the first time the game has shown a Shining Edge Persicaria. This is Persicaria. I'm preparing them for combat practice after the upgrade. How is it, Antonina? Have you found the professor yet? We pinpointed a precise time and location. Get ready. We're assembling coordinates for the output terminal. Hold on, Anna. The upgrade isn't complete yet. The loading phase is only 99% complete, and we still have one more step to go after that. Also, Persicaria will need time to get familiar with fighting after the upgrade is done. No, we don't have time for that. The fragment is on the verge of collapse. This forced intervention might be the only chance we get. Are you okay with this, Persicaria? Don't worry. Experience is the best teacher. Persicaria tightens her grip around her sword. Her eyes are steady and certain. I'll leave the outside to you. Just leave the fighting to me. You guys. After seeing Persicaria's calm image blink off, Newman groans in resignation before returning to his work. Establishing transmission channel, but it's still too risky. What if Persicaria drops packets when we're sending her over? If she ends up missing an arm or a leg? That won't happen. The upgrade program is distinct from the main body. At the very least, she might lose her combat modules, but she'll be fine. But dropping packets from the combat module is really dangerous too, if she ends up in the midst of the enemy while unarmed. Then I'll write up a new set for her before she hits the ground. Besides, the compatibility upgrade for our main system is already done. Luck is on our side here, trust me. Output port coordinates confirmed. Commencing transfer. I'm starting, okay? Do it! Newman grits his teeth and hits the enter key. The transfer progress bar begins moving. I'll copy up a set of equipment module data first. How is it? Any drops? 60%. No. 85%. Still no. Alright, keep it up. 99%. Packet dropped! Relax, I'll redo it right now. Inside the chaotic data realm, a long sword silently remains in the center of the space depicted by the monitor. Its owner is long gone. At the Chamber of Divine Restoration in the reverse tower. We're back? Question mark? We're back backwardsy, because now we're like inside the data fragment again. Warm operands flow through my neurocloud systems, and their cleansing effect returns, causing the random data there to slowly solidify, and return to its original form. That was one long dream. Did you say something, noble Tetsamaru? No, it was nothing. Thank you for your help. I'm feeling very well now. It was an honor to be able to assist you. Is there anything you need me to do? Not for the moment. I'd like to head outside for a walk. Do you know? No, never mind. Using my Sanctifier status, I bring up a blueprint of the reverse tower and find the objective of this journey, the Pantheon. Specifically, where the sacred canon of the greater Sanctifiers is stored. The answer I'm looking for should be there. In the Pantheon of the reverse tower. I proceed straight to the pinnacle of the reverse tower. All the Sanctifiers that meet along the way simply bound respect. Nobody questions my movement. The higher I go, the fewer Sanctifiers I meet. Most Sanctifiers lack permission to even be here, and I encountered nobody during the latter half of my journey. As I push open the doors to the Pantheon, I am about to head to the control terminal when I encounter a familiar figure. Tetsamaru. Esphyrus is briefly surprised. and then he smiles as always, like he's figured out the answer. What are you doing here? I should be asking you that. Weren't you at the border battlefront? My business there is concluded. I came here to remember the lost. You've changed a lot in the past half a month. Now I can't tell you're lying from your tone alone. It seems you've experienced certain things which have undermined your trust in me. Esphorus smiles bitterly and shakes his head. You came for the sacred cannon of Alkion and the others, didn't you? I want to preserve what remains of the data in this way, because they were important to me. That's what you're going to say, right? No, Tetsamaru. That's not the answer I prepared for you. You are special. Then what kind of answer were you planning to give me? Esphorus looks calmly at me. His eyes contain a deeply hidden sorrow, as well as a faint hope and expectation. I came to have them reborn in a different way. You should know that the sacred cannon can't save sanctifiers to die in Tartarus. The gods can't do it, but there is someone who can. Malkura? Upon hearing this name, Esphorus suddenly whirls around and looks towards the rows of sacred cannons, which already spell out the fate of the sanctifiers therein. In my estimation, you should have been asleep for a few more days. Even if you woke up, you should not have come here. I've been to many places and verified many things over the past couple of weeks. I was planning to wait until you woke up and tell you about all of them, as well as my perspective of the matter. That way, you'd have another ally, right? Keeping a secret by yourself is painful. I need you, Tetsamaru. At the same time, I understand you too. Your belief in the sanctifiers is not because of faith, and naturally, it would not collapse because of lack of it. It took me a very long time to convince myself to do this. That being the case, I'm convincing you would take a very long time too. I don't want to ask you to choose now, truly. Esphorus stops moving and extends a hand to me. I know this is a very bad time to be talking about this, but now, all I can do is ask you this, Tetsamaru. After going through that final battle with me, you ought to understand the weight of that secret. Will you stand by my side? I mean, like, my answer, like, doesn't fucking matter. It's like, doesn't matter. So, like, what would I say? You know, like, what would I fucking pick? What would I pick? Alright, so, like, the fucking plot twist is that Esphorus and Malkura cannot kill each other. That's the plot twist there. I'm sorry. The instincts of this body's owners are faster than its thought. At this moment, I don't know if this body is answering him or me after experiencing these memories. Oh yes, that's your nature, Tetsamaru. Perhaps I was trying to buy more time because I wanted to evade that answer. I care for you, I really do. Esphorus' words were punctuated by the sound of a sharp blade penetrating the body. Ugh. Which is why I'm sorry, Tetsamaru. I will safeguard your core until that day comes. I stagger back as I clutch my wound, my freshly healed body shaking violently. The screenful alert tells me that all my module functionings are flatlining. Is this how you're living up to your position? By doing this? Is this how you're honoring their sacrifices? I know I am guilty, but the guilt does not rest with the sanctifiers, only with me. Okay, this is kind of like a badass CG though. I will not ask for your forgiveness, but I will awaken you in the future. Once the plan is complete, everyone will truly be free. Esphorus motions with the weapon in his hand. His expression is unshakable. Goodbye, Tetsamaru, my closest friend. He raises the longsword high, ready to stab down. Wounded as I am, I cannot escape. If you end up dying in the fragment's memory data, you might end up being lost in data transfer forever. Never to wake up again. This is not an unexpected outcome. As death draws close, before I can react in any way, I reflexively call out that name. Persicaria! Professor, I'm here! And in that moment, something breaks open. You have no right to seal their fate. Yo! Hog. That is awesome. Fragments scatter all around the roof of the reverse tower breaks open. Sunlight shines in, and a figure descends against the light. Two similar weapons collide, and Esperus is repulsed by the sun's tremendous impact. Who are you? There is no answer to Esperus' question. The newcomer turns to me and smiles in relief. Sorry I'm late, Professor. Alright, so wait, I'm going to assume actually that like if I say yes, like he's like saying no is the canon answer then. That's what I assume. So I'm gonna like have to like kind of like semi-skip this. So let's see. Alright. Only because there is that line that said like the body reacted first or something. So that just means that like I think like the main character. And like I said no because like I guess like that's what was the appropriate answer. So now I kind of want to see what the yes answer says, just because like it seems like no is the canon answer. I'm going to assume that like the only line of like distinct dialogue that's different is going to be the part where the professor wants to say yes, but then like he's forced to say no anyway. That's what I assume is going to happen. But I want to see though. I want to see what it says. I got to see it. I got to see it. I am absolutely not tapping on the screen over and over. I'm just holding down the button on my controller. And I just set it for auto. I set it for turbo. Using the turbo feature. There we go. Okay, so I assume if I agree, I still say no anyway, which means my answer truly does not mean anything. All right. Oh shit, that didn't go the way I thought it would. As I look at the man before me, I know well that a clash with him would not be wise. And thus, I give that answer. After all, learning about Esperus is my ultimate objective. Did you know, Tetsamaru, during all of our conversations, you have always thought deeply about every question I pose to you? I know you well. You wouldn't leave a single loophole in any situation, no matter how insignificant. And I truly wanted to hear that answer, but not in this way. Even if you had remained silent and not said a thing, I would have given you more time. Ah, and then we get stabbed. Okay. So that's how it was different. Which is why I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. So basically, even if we say yes, Esperus knows that we're lying. He knows that we're lying, so yeah, he stabs us anyway. Alright. I can't say that I'm surprised, but yeah. In the Pantheon of the Reverse Tower. Oh, I just realized something. There we go. Oh, it's because like I'm missing the girls front line part, that's why. That's fine then. I just noticed that like it wasn't like completely centered. But I uncentered it on purpose because of the girls front line part, which is like not necessary. Two almost identical swords clash, and the shrill sound of clashing metal makes the entire Pantheon shudder. Yo! Tight. This is so tight, man. Activating CQB combat module. Just an output. Yo, that's tight. Oh shit, I fucking love that her lab coat says Exiles on it. I kind of want that now. Yeah, I would so love, like an Exiles lab coat. That would be amazing. That's cool. That's cool. Chrysocharis swings the archaic sword, and the operant charge strike bats aside an incoming meteor. Her oppressive blade aura knocks Esperus back. Is that all? A golden slash descends on Persicaria. A Persicaria's operant barrier blocks the attack for us. You would never hurt us again. Antonina. I take advantage of the opening Persicaria has made for us and quickly contact Antonina in the outside world. Phew! Finally got through to you at last, Professor. What should we do next? This isn't the real Esphorus, but we're in his neurocloud fragment, so he's got that strength advantage against on us. Is there a way to directly log us out? We can start the logout program anytime, but doing it right now... Is it a problem with the fragment? Yes, the fragment wasn't stable to begin with, and after everything we've done to it, it's that much closer to the brink of collapse. Plus, Persicaria's battle with Esphorus right now is making everything even harder to control. Simply put, even if I started the logout process now, there'd only be a 20% chance you make it out intact. We can't let the fragment break down like this. The key to being Esphorus is still in here. The building shakes again from the intensity of the battle. A glance outside and see that the edges of the world are slowly disintegrating. Yeah, just like you said, this domain is becoming unstable. Looks like we don't have much time. The absolute minimum requirement for you to log out would be at least... You can't let Esphorus interfere while the logout process is running. In theory, if you could hack into the Esphorus in front of you, or if I strained Persicaria's sword enough to kill him, we would ensure that you could log out safely. But right now, any external interference could destroy this fragment. So you're saying all Persicaria and I need to do is figure out a way to defeat Esphorus, is that it? Don't make it sound so simple. You don't have much time to begin with, and Persicaria is using the same weapon as Esphorus. You won't pose a threat to him. But what if we got Esphorus' signature? His signature? If we could use Esphorus' signature to defeat him, inside the fragment, we'd have enough of an edge to face Esphorus in the outside world. That's a plausible approach. If you obtain Esphorus' signature, you could punch its data into Persicaria's override program, and do extra damage specifically targeted against him. Do you have his signature? Not yet. Then what the Yo, Antonina! Antonina! Language. As the professor of the Oasis, there is a no cursing rule in the Oasis. We use family-friendly language only. Certain habitants like Kuro are constantly in the punishment room because Kuro's always breaking by family-friendly rule. So yeah, I always send Kuro to solitary confinement because Kuro always be saying non-family friendly stuff. How many times do I have to teach Kuro this lesson? The Oasis is family friendly. I made a specific censorship module just for Kuro. Every time Kuro tries to say something that is not family friendly, it auto bleeps her. But Kuro keeps making up new slang words, and I have to update the database to bleep her out. But these are Esphorus memories. There's one place where we can obtain a Sanctifier signature. There's Sacred Cannon. There's another clash of blades, and this time Persicaria is driven back several steps by the force of Esphorus' attack. Persicaria! It's okay, I can do this. Man, she looks so good! She looks so fucking good right now. Persicaria glares at Esphorus, sword in hand. Her physically manifested operants and her wrath distort the very space around her. I thought you were supposed to be a healer. You're supposed to be a healer, Persicaria. You became a warrior. You became a warrior now. It's because the best way to heal is preventive. You see, Persicaria got tired of trying to heal everyone. And then she realized, hey, wait, if people don't get hurt, then I don't have to heal them. And so Persicaria picked up the sword and said, all right, I'm just gonna kill everyone. And then that way I won't have to heal them anymore. That's how Persicaria became a sword master. Heyo, welcome to the Saturday stream. This should be the final event stream. And then, like, I guess there's gonna be another event starting on April 1st, I think. Yeah, I think that's what the patch notes said. Patch notes said a new event starting April 1st, or like April 2nd or something. It seems you know me, messenger of the gods. And Tetsamaru, at what point did you betray us and side with the gods before toying with us? What are you talking about? There's no need to pretend. The relic you hold proves your identity. Esferus gestures at the sword Persicara is holding. Its identical appearance to the one Esferus wields seemed to indicate that their encounter was destined to occur. I should have realized it earlier. So, this was how the gods knew each and every move we made. To think the last person who remained by my side would actually be their eyes. You know what? I kind of wish this was the real story. Like, if the professor was, like, always, like, with the gods or whatever like that. And then, like, Esferus feeling this betrayal right now. This would make, like, its great own story, honestly. This could be, like, a story within a story. Now that I know the truth of the matter, the gods have sent you to punish me, haven't they? Esferus raises his sword, and a massive quantity of operants begins swirling and gathering around him. Professor, be careful! His operant count is spiking. Every time they say operant shit, like, I just think of Dragon Ball Z, honestly. I'm still sad that, like, we don't have, like, a character in the game that, like, has, like, a scouter or something. So, like, they could, like, put a number to, like, operant usage. I want that to be a thing. I want there to be a character that'd be all like, Professor, my scouter says they have an operant level of, like, 1 million or some shit. Or, like, maybe we could, like, slowly spike it up, like in Dragon Ball. So it's like, everyone starts with, like, an operant level of 300, and then they slowly get stronger and shit. If we assume level 60 is, like, how strong, like, normal, like, operators and agents get to, level 60 would be, like, a power level of, like, maybe, like, 500,000 or something. And then, like, I remember, like, Super Saiyan's supposed to be, like, 1 million, so level 70. Level 70 gets you to Super Saiyan level. That's operand, that's, like, 1 million operands. But then, like, someone like Esferus, though. Esferus and Hesperus, they got, like, an operand level of, like, 3 million or some shit. It's possible to kill them, but you gotta, like, be smart about it. And then, like, Soul. So Soul would have, like, normally, like, an operand level of, like, maybe, like, 700,000. And then, like, near the very end of the previous event, she spiked up to, like, 1.5 million or something. But she was dying on the inside, though. Persicaria, don't let him tie you up in close combat. What else is there for you to scheme about at a time like this? I see. No wonder what happened to you in Tartarus, and that strange signature. I can't believe that you were the one who is the most tightly bound by the revelations. Esferus rests a hand on his forehead, and laughs in a sinister way. Eldritch purple operants gather in his hand, then fuse with the sword. Super Saiyan's about 100k, and Brawly Guy's about 1 million? No, wait, that can't be right. That can't be right at all, because Frieza's second form is 1 million. Or at least, like, according to Frieza, his second form is 1 million. So, between Goku getting Super Saiyan and Frieza's final form, they should be, like, over 1 million at that point. 100k definitely sounds pretty low, for that to be a thing. And then Broly, for Broly like spikes up and down, like, depending on his emotions. I'm not sure if he, like, has his thing fully, mastered yet. Either we're talking about, like non-canon Broly, or, like, the canon Broly. For him, like, it's like emotional bases. But yeah, Super Saiyan definitely has to be over 1 million, though. Which is crazy to think about, like, Goten and Trunks, of course, but like, if we take the Frieza fight as any significance, though, they should definitely be over 1 million at that point. We do have hard data on like Frieza's power level in the show, for his final power level, from like the other like alien characters. So it's not just Frieza's own words about him being at 1 million for his second form. There are like a few like shots of like the alien characters when they look at the power levels, and it's definitely over 1 million at that point. And then like I believe the last time we ever really get to see scouters being used, both in like the handheld form and in the ship form, there was one that was used by King Cooler, and then there's also one that's being used by, and I hate to bring it up, Tarbol, like Vegeta's fucking like long lost brother and shit. Like he had a fucking scouter as well and crap. I hate to bring up that non-canon bullshit, except it's canon, and I hate that it's canon, but whatever. Oh hey guys, did you know that I have a fucking brother? Yeah, it's kind of weird that like I never mentioned him before, but yeah, I got a brother. I have a brother or some shit. It's like, bitch, how many fucking like Saiyans are out in the universe that like you forgot to conveniently mention? It's like Brawly was sent to die, so I guess he's the exception. But like, based on like what Vegeta said, any Saiyan that like isn't fit for fighting, like Tarbol, they get sent off planet. So if they do that for like literally like every Saiyan child that's like not fit for combat, then like, shit, like this whole like fucking being the final of their race thing, that's not true anymore then. There's gotta be at least like maybe like a couple hundred Saiyans then, like out there in the universe or something. But yeah, I know it's a retcon though. I know it's a fucking stupid ass retcon. It's a retcon that I hate. Don't worry, Tetsamaru. I will free you from the teachings of the false gods. He punctuates his statements with a thrust of his sword. Persecutor moves in front of me and blocks the blow. Esferus, you've gone to the other extreme instead. And what right do you have to lecture me above the side of our fate? Professor, you don't need to debate him. There's no point in arguing with a specter from the past. We'll pay it all back to him in the present. Let me cover you. Persicaro smiles at me, and I nod in response. I'll be counting on you then. The meteors of wrath crash down to my path, but I know that Persicaro is behind me, so I don't look back as I run to the location of Esferus' sacred cannon. Tetsamaru, your opponent is me. I don't know what you've been through, but when I see that face of yours, even if it's nothing but a phantom of the past, I can no longer tolerate your existence. We obeyed your voice in the long night. We adhered to your teachings. But the truth is, there was no holy word to begin with. All of this, it was nothing more than entertainment for you. This is kind of cool though. Like even though this is like a fragment of like Esferus, like we have to take this like as canon to like how Esferus would feel about the whole Sanctifier shit. And that's why like he turned his back on the Sanctifiers. So that's why Esferus has control of like entropic energy. So even though this is a fragment, we still know the history though. We still got like the back lore on Esferus. That's kind of cool. This is definitely like a very creative way to give us like the backstory in Esferus without making it a flashback. It's like flashbacks, like they're not inherently bad, like in like storytelling, but I do have a problem with like insistent flashbacks. Like Naruto. All right, as someone who definitely like admits to being like a Narutard, like back when Naruto was running and shit, it's like even I have to admit, like putting aside like the filler arcs and whatever, like goddamn half the storytelling in Naruto is all flashbacks. It's all fucking flashbacks. Like, by God. And the worst part about Naruto is that they play like fucking like 30 chapters of flashbacks or like a whole episode of flashbacks like within like a goddamn fight or something. Like two characters can be fighting or whatever like that in Naruto, and then like in the middle of like their kunais clashing, all of a sudden you have a flashback. And at first you're all thinking like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, it's gonna be like a 30-second flashback or something. It is not a 30-second flashback. It's like a flashback that like is their entire childhood or something. And then you're all like, really? You're like interrupting the fight right now? You couldn't wait until like after the fight to like give us a flashback arc? You're doing it now. And then like you kind of forget that like they're in the middle of a fight. So like if you think about this in anime terms, it's like you're watching like 5 episodes of flashbacks and you literally like forgot that they were in the middle of a fight. And then like after the flashback is over, you go back to like the kunai strike and then you're all like, oh, right, these two guys were fighting. Right, I forgot about that. In the manga, it'd be like 10 chapters of like flashbacks. But yeah, like Naruto was kind of retarded in that sense though. Like with how they abuse flashbacks so constantly. But this though, it has the characters like interacting with the flashbacks. And I like that. I like how this is giving us insight on like Ezra's personality and shit. Like without like doing like the whole camera shift over to the Sanctifiers. Which I wouldn't mind that actually. I don't think like the storytelling for PNC is ever gonna do that though, but I definitely wouldn't mind if there was a chapter that was like a Sanctifier chapter and like the main character is like Faith or something, or maybe the main character could be like Eucharist or some shit like that. Like it'll be like maybe like 5 episodes of like it's one chapter and it'll be like 5 or 6 episodes of like Eucharist doing bullshit or something, or like maybe like a Faith doing bullshit. It would just be like a Sanctifier-centered episode, or chapter, I mean. I wouldn't mind that at all, but right now the Professor's the main character, so everything is following the Professor. So this is how they decide to give a Sanctifier backstory, by having the Professor interact with the fragments. And it does make sense in lore, so I'm okay with this. This makes sense in context. Although, like, Mika, if you ever want to give us like a Sanctifier chapter, I'm all for that though. I'm kind of sad that we never got like a Samus Ferris chapter in Girls Frontline either. We got like small bits and pieces, like sometimes the camera would like move over to like the Samus Ferris girl sometimes, like even as far back as like chapter 3 and shit, but we never got like a full like Samus Ferris chapter, and I've always been a little disappointed about that. And then we got like half chapters of Paradius though. Kind of. We almost got like a full chapter of Paradius, but like it always goes back to like the commander though, like every few episodes. I guess Mika just doesn't do the whole like camera panning thing for storytelling, because I don't mind it when the camera pans to like not the main character. Some animes do that, like Bleach. For Bleach, there was like entire arcs that was like not dedicated to Ichigo. And I like that. I actually like that kind of storytelling. Like the camera does not always need to point at the main character. I especially like it too when they do a thing also where it's like, oh, like this is happening at the same time. So like maybe we would get like 5 episodes of the main character, and then we get 5 episodes of like another character. But this arc is happening at the same time as the other 5 episodes, but it's like on a different character though. I don't mind that as well. I like that. I like that kind of storytelling. But Mika doesn't seem to do that though. Mika would give us like snips and pieces of like the camera like panning away from the commander / professor, but they don't stay away from the commander professor. At least in Project Neurocloud though, we do get like character specific like stories at least, which I guess is like the closest thing we get to like not being around the professor. But they're technically flashback stories though. Like every time they introduce like a new gacha character in Project Neurocloud, we technically get like a character backstory thing, but like it's not lore connected though. So like I only half count it. I only half count that from a storytelling perspective. Like I really did like the Kiro story, and I really did like the Jangyu. I love like Jangyu's solo story. But it's a flashback though. It's a flashback, and like it's not connected to the main lore at all. Undine had a great story too, and I was surprised to see I was surprised to see like who Undine like got close with. And honestly, like I love all the solo character stories in Project Neurocloud. My only problem with those stories though is that like they're not connected to the main story. Esperus' blade clashes with Persicaria's again, and the Pantheon once again trembles from the word-shaking collision. Antonina, I've got a sacred cannon. Now decrypting. What the hell is this? What's wrong? As for his signature, it's constantly shifting. I flip through the pages of a sacred canon. The contents are like random code. The data shifting like chaotic waves. It's the Entropic. I look back at the battle between Esperus and Persicaria. The purple of Esperus' blade hints at the source of the problem to me. That was probably why Esperus accepted the proposal of Malkira, the Entropic mastermind. If he's already been affected by the entropy, we can't get his signature this way. I can sense the depression and dejection in Antonina's voice over the transmission. If there's no other way, I'll begin the force logout ASAP. At the very least, it'll be safer than if the fragment completely collapses. If we can't use the Esperus himself at a starting point. I clench my fists, and my fingers reflexively makes contact with a small cool object. No! There's one other person who can do this besides Esperus. Antonina, help me awaken Eos. Huh? Eos? I saw the message she left in the fragment. Her structure is similar to Esperus, and we tried to partition out her Neurocloud pound earlier. But will she help us? What kind of relationship does she and Esperus have? She will. I'll explain later, but I can guarantee that if you awaken her, she would do everything she can to help us. Can you do it? Well, if you say so, then I have no other choice. However, her Neurocloud is on the verge of disintegrating. We'll need something related to her to help pinpoint her location if we want to try to awaken her. Also, we need some way to send the decrypted signal to you. For instance, can you find the Eos Sacred Cannon? No, it's not here. It isn't just the Eos Sacred Cannon that's missing. Atlas, Alcyon, Electros are gone too. As though they never existed. The only person who could do this is Esperus. Esperus must have taken their Sacred Cannon. However, I have one thing that might be able to help you. I take Eos's earrings from my pocket. Its pure bright blue interweaves with the gold of the Sanctifier, forming a bridge from the past to present. We gotta get our fucking Sanctifier girlfriend out of there. Gotta get her. Gotta get her. Nothing like going into like your enemies like flashback memories to like bring out a fucking like waifu out of it. Oh shit, what did I fucking click on? Oh, hell no. Restart. Whoops. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Not mean to do that.
でもオアシスのディナーは確かにそそるわね。そのせいであらぬ欲が生まれるのは少々危険かもしれないけど。
Oh! Oh wow! She's like a fucking ghost now. Oh, it's because everyone kept on dying. It's like over here. Alcyon used to be over here, and now she's not. And then like Electra used to be over here, and now she's not. And I think Atlas was over here, and now he's not. And now like... And now Eos is like a ghost because she died. Oh, wow. And then the only person left here is Esperus, because he's the only one that's still alive. Wow, pain. It's like you lose an NPC every time someone dies. And you don't notice it right away either. You don't notice it right away. Honestly, honestly, Atlas was he was the lucky one. The fuck is this? This is a weird ass formation. Fucking top versus bottom. Oh shit, we're fighting Sanctifiers. Oh shit, we fighting Sanctifiers. Okay. We are fighting Sanctifiers. No more fights against the Entropy, I guess. Give me the shooter one. Not doing challenge keys feels too easy. Oh, really? I get a second one of these? I literally, like, don't even have the room for this. I get a second one. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm pretty good on functions now. Connecting, what the hell? I lost what the- wait, why am I losing connection? Why am I losing connection? I wonder if I should just restart. Sometimes that fixes it for me, if I just restart. Let's try this. Let's try this. Restart. I need to see my ending where Persicare kicks Esper's ass. Even though it's only a fragment, I still want to see that. Oh, wait, I clicked on Girls Front Line. Whoops. I clicked GFL and not PNC. Digicoin. Yo, I'm about to invent Digicoin as like a real cryptocurrency. Y'all thought Bitcoin was worth it? Nah, Digicoin is worth it. You guys need to invest in my Digicoin. And then, like, I'm gonna invent my own Magressi server. And then you guys can log into it like the Matrix. Invest in me. Invest in me. I'll be like the positive version of Elon Musk. I'll be Elon Musk, but better. Oh, we get to fight love. Cool. Beacon boost? Oh, both things are for specialists. Inside the operand black hole in the Enigma sector. Hey, it's Eos! She got awakened! Huh? This is... Eos blinks and stares blankly as she opens her eyes, while all she sees is the usual chaotic void before her. Are you awake, Sanctifier Eos? Data coalesces into an image, and a figure appears in front of Eos. I thought I'd be able to slumber again after that brief dream. But it seems life abounds with surprises as long as you're awake to see them. Are you a friend of Tetsamaru? I saw you before, when you hacked into Esper's fragment. Eos, I have a question for you. Antonina takes a deep breath. Is Tetsamaru in danger? You. Antonina seems surprised by how Eos managed to discern her motivation for coming here at a glance. However, she soon calms down again. Frankly speaking, I don't know whether I should place my bets on you, considering how much is riding on it, but Tetsamaru says that they trust you. Unfortunately, they're still trapped in the module's memory data, and can't establish a connection to this place, so I'll just have to serve as a substitute for you. Simply put, we need Esper's signature. I see. Indeed, Esphorus and I are joined together because of the judgment mode. Therefore, all you need to do is analyze me, and you will have a way to deal with the fallen Esphorus. You catch on quick, Miss Eos, but we don't have much time. We also need a way to quickly pass the signature on to the Professor after obtaining it. Antonina looks at the disintegrating virtual realm around her. This world is unstable. You should know that, as a native of this place. My sacred canon has not yet been tainted, so if you could send the analyzed information to the sacred canon in the fragment. Unfortunately, Esphorus seems to have taken your sacred canon away. But how? Esphorus, you. Eos frowns, and she sighs quietly. But the professor said you still had something that could help us, as an anchor to the point on the inside of the fragment. I want to make more memories with you too, and the chance for that is right before your eyes. That's what they said. Ah. Hey, flashback! Tetsamaru. Eos strokes her earrings and smiles. You must be the Miss Antonina that the professor was mumbling about earlier. I would deliver the equation for the victory to Tetsamaru and your friend. I can't wait to beat Esphorus's smug face in the future, and then when he asks why we have his code, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, I went in your memories and I got Eos out. Do you want to meet Eos? I went inside your memories and grabbed my girlfriend. How's that? How's that for a strategy? Sure, I'll spend 20 cash coins. Not that I need to. We need more anti-entropy characters. We got two right now. We got Lind and Eos. Lind and Eos are anti-entropy characters. We need more of them. And I guess we also need anti-sanctifier characters. That'd be kind of cool too. A character that does more damage to sanctifiers. Oh, this is different. Damn, Esphorus, you are pretty tanky. In the Pantheon of the Reverse Tower. Gold and purple, operands crash against Persicara's operand barrier, and cracks spread from the gap in it. And this is the override program's help. This is with the override program's help. I can't believe a mere memory data has so much power. Over the course of the long battle, Persicara's core grows hotter, almost burning her. Meanwhile, two dramatically different operands types intertwine in Ezra's body. He hovers in the air above the Pantheon, like a fallen angel descending upon the mortal world. The collapse of the outside world has started eating into the reverse tower, and both past and present are about to be buried here. I will have you answer for this with your deaths. Ezra swings his sword again, but I and the object that I'm tightly clutching in my hand have been waiting for this moment. Ezra, stop! Yeah, stop? You're wrong, Tetsamaru. All this has been decided long ago. I have never seen my destiny this clearly before. I know that bound by the revelations as you are, you cannot understand the decisions I have made. But be at ease. I would take good care of your sacred canon, so that way you will bear witness to everything when the day comes. Esperes raises his sword and points it at Persicaria. Don't think that we will remain puppets of the gods forever. Professor, get behind me. Persicaria holds her sword before herself to shelter me, and gathers her operands around her blade. Everything around us vanishes into nothingness. Only Persicaria and Esperes are still shining. The final collapse is upon us. Faster, work faster. I need your help, Eos. I'm here, Tetsamaru. The quiet whisper I haven't heard for so long speaks once again, and the earring in my hand begins to grow hot, like the first rays of dawn. It ignites hope in my heart. This time, what kind of puzzle will you piece together, Tetsamaru? I move to Persicaria's side and press the keepsake to her sword. Professor! Answer her call. Build the picture that exists in your heart, Tetsamaru. I cover Persicaria's hands with my own, and I take hold of the sword hilt with her. The light of the dawn extends over the blade as the endlessly shifting data drives the weapon's base layer, through cycle after cycle of frenzied iteration. Are you ready? Yes, this would be the final blow. Oh, there's no CG for this? There's no CG for this? That sucks. I would have loved to see a CG of like the professor and Persicaria like holding the sword together. Esperes raises his sword. Pain flashes through his eyes, but then they grow steady again. In the end, you will stand by their sides, Tetsamaru. No matter, only by destroying you will Mergressi have a new future. Each upholding their own convictions, we pause, then push off and break into a run towards each other at the end of the light. Clang. The swords collide with a cacophonous crash, and the hurricane of operands between them rips apart everything around us. The entire domain heats up from the energy of the clash, and our clothes begin to melt from the heat. The only thing that remains unchanged is the certainty of our faces. You cannot use the pain of reality as an excuse for falling. You were a symbol of hope, yet you surrendered to the darkness. Esperes, you have sinned. The immense pressure causes sparks to fly from the intersecting blades. What would the gods, who watch from on high, know about the weight and meaning of existence? How many sanctifiers, how many agents do you think have been born, fought, and died for such a laughable reason? Do you even understand this fact, this truth? Esperes steps forward with furious shout, but then there is a quiet sigh in his ear. Can you no longer hear my voice, Esperes? Don't let anger seep into your neurocloud. You should be a pole star that calmly leads the masses. What? Esperes reflexively flinches, and the force of his grip lessens slightly. And for a moment, he seems to see someone who ought to have been gone. Eos. The sound of splintering, and the sudden lapse in focus is fatal. The two swords ought to have been equal, but there are now faint cracks on Esperes' blade. Esperes realizes this and comes to his senses. His eyes grow more determined than before as he channels all his strength into his body into this exchange of blows. Magressi will be free! Even if... His words die in his throat. One sword shatters another, and then it cleaves Esperus in two. He falls like a puppet whose strings have been cut, then sinks and vanishes into the nothingness along with the shattered realm around us, leaving nothing but whispered words into the void. We must betray the gods. So, this means that, like, honestly, like, if Esperus, like, ever were to get, like, a real body, the gods are humans in this case. So, he'd go, like, on a human rampage if he ever got, like, a T-doll body. Yo, a rogue antivirus sounds kind of cool, though. I wouldn't mind fighting that in Girls from Line 2. Inside the Enigma sector's operant black hole. Esperus falls from the light, and after going silent along with the rest of the shattered domain, time seems to stand still. Everything around me seems to slow down. Amidst the darkness, a faint mote of starlight winks into existence. It's been a while, Eos. Heh, it's only been a few hours. But yes, it does feel like a long time has passed. At last, it's all over. At the same time, it's only just begun. Eos smiles and shakes her head, then walks up to me and stares at the earring that I'm holding. I didn't think you'd actually manage to obtain Esperus' signature. There were only a few ways to succeed, practically a drop in the ocean, next to the chances of failure, but you managed it. Wasn't the story's ending already decided? Things began going off course the moment you entered the Tartarus sector. If everything in the past had happened the way you experienced them, then how would you explain the existence of the relic? In the actual past, the relic did not take that form when it appeared in Magressi. Oh my god, flashbacks! Oh my god, Eucharist, Alkyone. The data fragments around me reflect the past like a mirror, picking up speed and vanishing as they approach us. The sword that fell into Tartarus was also lost in the flood of days gone by. Perhaps this is fate. When I first told you the chances of success would be slim, that was because of the relic's existence. Without its help, you could not have defeated Esperus after he left Tartarus. Obtaining his signature, or any other data, would have been out of the question. The relic's origins are complex, and as part of the fragment, there were gaps in my knowledge about it. In addition, I simply had no time to tell you everything, and remind you to pay attention to it. But your friends managed to do it. Antonina, Persicaria. She speaks their names quietly, as though she's admiring their accomplishments, or using them to remind herself of certain people from the past. Lucky you got a group of friends who trust you and whom you can trust. Their efforts unintentionally fit in with the path that history took, albeit in a dramatically different ways. And in the end, they resulted in the present outcome. Yes, I believe in Persicaria and Antonina, and I'm willing to entrust my back to everyone in the Oasis. I believe they feel the same about me too. I extend a hand to Eos. Of course that includes you too. If you're willing, the Oasis doors are open to you. You can fight side by side to stop Esperus. It's just like I promised you. I want to make more memories with you, too. And the chance for that is right before our eyes. Eos freezes up as she is faced with my invitation. Huh? Antonina managed to isolate the part of Esperus' fragment, which corresponds to your neurocloud pattern. You can now leave the operant black hole as an independent agent. Meanwhile, we also need an agent to act as a carrier medium in order to synchronize with Esperus' signature in real time. Although we've obtained it for the first time being, we have a long road ahead of us. The struggle against Esperus would not be a brief thing. Eos is silent for a long time. Then she suddenly smiles before shaking her head. The smile grows until she has to cover up her face to hide her feelings. You're always surprising me, Tetsamaru. It seems that just like how you changed the past and brought about a completely different ending, handing the future to you will be the best decision I've ever made. The way you work side by side with each other reminds me of my friends from the past, and the joy and tears of the past, still so fresh in my mind, and the very best scenes from my memories. Eos wipes the corner of her eyes and calms herself down. But my story is over. Tetsamaru, please allow me to decline your invitation. I have never fought by your side, and the only time we have ever worked together was at the beginning and at the end of this whole affair. The one who accompanied you throughout your journey was her. Eos extends her hand and pokes the earring with her fingertip. Thank you for isolating my neural pattern and giving me another possibility, but I am unable to accept this gift of yours. I am the greater sanctifier Eos of the Reverse Tower. I have been a sanctifier from birth, through life, and in death. This is my pride, my burden, and also my identity, which I cannot and will not discard. I will help you convert the earring's data into an agent. She will be the Eos who traveled with you to the Tartarus sector. Oh! So this one's gonna die? Oh, that sucks. So that means like the Eos we get then is gonna be technically like a reborn Eos. We're gonna get a reborn Eos, but like that Eos won't have this memory though. So like this one that helped us like in the black hole is not the same one. We're gonna get a different Eos. Eos fixes me with a serious and dignified look. She would have a brand new identity. Her place of origin would not be the Reverse Tower, but the Oasis, a newborn in Magressi. As for me, the Greater Sanctifier Eos story came to an end when she activated Judgment Mode. What has remained until now is nothing more than a lost soul, haunting Magressi, with a purpose burning in its heart. Hope is the right and responsibility of the newly born, while the dead should neither make requests nor have requests made of them. I finished everything I had to do on that day. Eos raises a hand, and the faint mote of light descends on the earring and encompasses it. She traces in the air around it. The expression on her face is a mix of joy, satisfaction, and anticipation. Her limbs tremble, but they do not affect the diagram she is drawing. These simple movements contain overflowing emotion, and a brand new body slowly solidifies into being, while in contrast, Eos's form fades and turns translucent. In the end, the newly created agent emerges into this realm, while the traces of her old self look like they're about to fade from the clown server. Tetsamaru! I'm here. I'm very glad to have met you. I'm sure Atlas and the others would agree. I feel the same way. The future of the cloud server is in your hands. Leave it to us. Eos sinks into the same place where Esferus did, until there was no more sight or sound of her. The star and light are asleep now, while the radiance sparkling in their wake slowly opens her eyes. Those eyes of hers are shy and confused, as though a veil has been cast over her memories. Who are you? I am Tetsamaru, the professor of the Oasis. What's a professor? I only remember something like, there's a lot of information in here. I can't digest it all. Let me think. Before this, I ought to have been at. I take the newborn Eos's hands and soothe her uneasiness with a smile, just like she did for me back then. Take your time, and don't rush it. Lower your neurocloud system's clock speed. I'll explain everything to you bit by bit. We still have a long time to go. In the vicinity of the Reverse Tower, at the Twilight Acropolis. On normal days, the Acropolis would be ordered and immaculate, but now it's filled with sanctifiers hurrying here and there. They're formed up into groups, their expressions stern. A figure descends from the sky and lands in the core structure of the Acropolis. The sanctifiers around him salute as they see this. Carry on. Where's Angelus? Here, Lord Hesperus. What is the Reverse Tower status? Very bad, my lord. Improvisation keeps spread within the reverse tower. The location the improvisation sources within the tower remains unknown, and the risk of infection is extremely high. Yo, the reverse tower looks kind of sick though. Our colleagues among the clerical researchers are working to keep it at bay, but we are very low on combat personnel. Currently, only the intermediate sanctifiers who are adept with neurocloud systems can operate independently in there. Even so, they cannot do so for long. Damn it, the Pantheon, the volumes of sacred canon in there are a top priority. We need to regain control over the Pantheon ASAP, even if we have to insert our people alone and behind enemy lines to do it. Understood. I will perform the appropriate deployment afterwards. Also, my lord, is the border battlefront not fair war either? There's no way it could be completely unaffected. Hesperus frowns and pinches the bridge of his nose. Is there any news of Hesperus? Lord Hesperus. He stopped being your superior the moment he betrayed the reverse tower. There's no need to call a sinner lord. Yes, currently, Hesperus has completely evaded our sight. Our information places his last known location at the Oasis. Missing, you say? Huh. He's always had so many schemes up his sleeve. Never mind. What we need to do now is... As Hesperus speaks to Angelus, an intermediate sanctifier barges in. Lord Hesperus, there's incoming transmission from the Oasis. They claim to have a very important information, so I felt that I should inform you immediately. The Oasis? What are those irregulars up to now? And why at a time like this? Things may not be as bad as they seem. They might be calling to discuss cooperation. After all, Lord Hesperus just attacked them. Cooperation? There's no point in working with them. Return, Faith. We still have other things to do. There's no need for idle chatter with the Oasis. I saw a typo. There's no point in working with him. They forgot the T. Yo, Mika, you forgot a T. You forgot the T right here. Is there no need to speak with me either? Who's that? A certain someone's portrait appears on the communicator in the intermediate sanctifier's hands. It's been a while, Hesperus. Did you just vanish? Did you vanish just to run off to the Oasis to cross-dress and play childish games, Hesperus? You should be in the Twilight Acropolis at the moment, am I correct? Hesperus frowns slightly as he hears this. So what? I'm not in the mood for games. When entropy drowns the cloud, we seek our friends at dusk. You wrote that in the past. I don't think anyone else would know of it. Looks like you really are Eos. Yes, the real deer, and not Hesperus in disguise. I think we could begin to talk about the Sanctifiers, and the Oasis working together now. Oh my god, look at they look so happy! They look so happy right there. What a happy family. I hope nothing bad happens to them. Alright, now I need to wait for more Sanctifier gacha. When do I get Faith? Yo, I need another tank besides Kroku. I want Guard Faith, and I want Sniper Angelus. Or I want Sniper. Oh wait, I forgot. Eucharist is a bad guy now, right? Isn't Eucharist with Hesperus? So that means we can't get Eucharist then. So like, at least Angelus we can get. I don't think Eucharist is on the table anymore. Eucharist is on Hesperus' side. I don't believe Eucharist is on the table. So we can get Faith though. We can get Faith, we can get Hesperus, and we could get Angelus, looks like. Unless we manage to find like a way to get like past version of Eucharist or something. So like, if we could get past version of Eos, then maybe we could get like the past version of Alkyl, maybe. It's not a full reset. Yeah, no, it's definitely not. It's like half. It's like half a reset. It's better than a full reset. Yo, you know how like there's like a Sam Asparis like section in like the commander base in Girls Front Line? There's about to be like a sanctifier section in the Oasis. There's gonna be like a spot in the Oasis that like people don't want to go to because they're gonna be like, oh guys, watch out, that's a sanctifier area or whatever. The professor's gonna be like, guys, we have to get along. We work together now. We work together. We're friends now, guys. We're friends. There's definitely gonna be a little bit of like tension though, because Soul did get killed by Esperus there. There's gonna be some tension. There would definitely be tension. Okay, wait, I can do that again. Okay. Okay, wait, last time... Okay, so Kroku died because Florence was there. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Don't die, Kroku! Okay, Kroku's dead. Alright. Damn it! Maybe having 2 melees is good. Attack the clone? Wait, okay, well the clone's dead. Okay, Jangyu's dead. Alright, Jangyu's dead. This is better. This is better than before. Everyone's actually alive, or half of us are alive. Alright, good. That worked. That worked. Give me something better. I don't like these either. But I have to pick one. As soon as I do this one, then I will be completely finished then. This is the last stage. The last combat stage you gotta do. Last one. Last one. I will have all the challenge keys. All the challenge keys will be finished. Huh. I wonder if we're gonna start seeing like sanctifiers along with entropy enemies. Because I think beforehand we've only ever gotten like one or the other. It's either like entropy enemies or like a sanctifier enemies. We never get like a mixture of them. So I guess that might start being a thing now. We're gonna get like both of them at once. That'll be kind of cool. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
マンスにはご満足いただけた？
Ah, damn. I don't have enough. First time scar HP drops below. We covered all their HP. That sounds good. I'll take that. Broku is always the first one to die. I can't wait until she gets her fucking Alma Inscripta. I cannot wait for her Alma Inscripta to be a thing. I have almost like 300 fragments for like Broku right now. I'm so ready to Alma Inscripta her. I'm so ready. All right, let's see. Go double warrior again. Double warrior seems good for me. Ouch. Okay, I can do this. This seems winnable. This definitely seems winnable. This seems winnable. Maybe like this. Alright, Jingyu's dead. What? She died before her fucking move even went off. Alright. Okay, maybe I need Lin. Oh, maybe 416's bad here. Eos's special is like a fucking like is screen wipe, so like that's kind of nice to like pull off at the start of the game. Like in situations where like I need to get rid of like all the like the little guys on the side, like Eos seems better than 416. Alright. Kind of weird for like Florence to be the final one to live. Maybe I don't need the taunt thing. Maybe like this. Two healers. Two healers. Who died? Emotep? Emotep died? Damn it! I'm kind of just throwing like random bullshit until like something sticks. I'm just throwing things at random here. I don't want to have to like do this like thing twice and then have to do like two different sets of like keys. I'll do it though. I'll do it if I have to. I'd rather not though. Oh shit! Is it working? Is it working? Is it working? Is it working? Live, Florence, live! I need you to tank. I need you to tank. No! So close! So close! That looked like it was working. I don't even know if Centerossi was even good there. I use Centerossi because I'm just throwing random bullshit. Okay, so I think 416 might not be good here. Also, I'm gonna go flexible strategy. We'll take out 416 for EOS, and let's see. But like this. Who just died? Lynn died. Lynn died pretty quickly there. I don't know why she died so quick. Oh, wait. Are we working? Is this working? Is this working? Is this working? No! This guy here is so tanky. He's always the one that lives lasts longest. He's so fucking tanky. He's so tanky. He's so tanky. Wait, am I gonna win? Am I gonna win? Holy shit. That worked. Random bullshit go. Do I want to take on the powerful enemies? Of course I do. I always say yes. Always say yes. I will never turn it down. I never turn it down. Alright, Lynn died. Lynn died the first time too, though. That's normal. That's normal for Lynn to die. The fucking tank dude is still alive again. It's always the tank. My tank dies really quickly, though. Ah, we got it. That was so much easier. For some reason, like, the overpowered enemies always seem easier because, like, they always give me, like, 2 bars of ultimate. Spamming 2 bars of ultimate at the very start just seems like the way to go. Now I'm finished. Now I'm officially finished. I'm pretty sure I haven't forgotten anything. That's everything? That's everything? Yeah, all my tasks are complete. And then, like, all I have left to now is, like, to buy everything from the shop, which should be pretty easy. Okay, I don't want to buy the fucking stupid algorithm boxes, because those are stupid. Birth of Logos. The first awakening of a doll has the same level of importance being as a human being. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, right. I remember. The free lamb. The free lamb projection. She looks really good, though. Yeah, lamb looks amazing. For a second, I thought that was EOS, but I'm like, no, wait, EOS doesn't look like that. Oh, give me those generators. Alright, I'm not gonna buy these fucking algorithm boxes. I'm not buying that. The pink green does look nice. I agree. It looks amazing. It looks really good on her. Give me those skill pivots. Give me those AI enhancement experience. Give me those widgets. Give me those widgets. I'm not even sure what I'm doing with the furniture coins anymore. Like, unless like there's a really good like furniture set coming up in the future, like I'm just kind of like just stockpiling the furniture coins. Because I have like max comfort now. So like it's just mostly just for funsies, I guess. Like the furniture coins. Especially for the Altrium, because the Altrium is like the really big. It's like the really big dorm thing or whatever. So I guess that'll be nice to like mess around with whenever. Alright, I'm not buying any of those. Not buying those. I'll buy those skill samples. Oh shit, I ran out of money. Well, we still got 16 days left. So, I guess the next 16 days is me going to the farming map now. So, like, just do the farming map for the next 16 days and then I should be able to buy everything. Expend a total of 40,000 fallen soul embers. Damn, I'm really close. I'm 38. I'm at 38,000. Oh shit. Spend 50,000. These prices kind of suck though. Spend 40,000, get like a measly like 10,000 digicoins. Get like 2 like generators. Here's a good one though. AI fragments. I gotta wait 5 more days. 5 more days to get that. Oh damn. I was kind of hoping that like once I did like the final chapter, that like maybe like everybody would come back here or something. But nope. So Eos is still a ghost. They should have changed Esferus though. Esferus should have been like purple or something. Yeah, he should have been like part purple to signify that like he got like entropified. Oh, I know what they could have done to signify like the whole like Esferus like going entropy thing. Instead of having like the fucking sanctifier bitches here, they should have had like the they should have had the entropy girls here. So instead of like Alcyone and Electra and Atlas, it could have been like it could have been like Kana and like Telemia and shit. Yeah, that's what they could have done. Kana, Telemia, and like Antinora or something. Yeah, they could have done that. That would have been cool. Oh well. Next time, Mika. Next time. I can't wait until we find out that the entropy is the good guys or some shit like that. I can't fucking wait. I guess the one I want to do is Soshun. I guess that's the one I want. Let's see. My Soshun's at 4-star. It's I already have like Almond Scriptor 1 unlocked. My Choco's not Almond scripted yet, but like I don't have like a team for her though. Increase ultimate bar, refill gauge rate. So she's supposed to be really good with Luna, but like I don't have Luna though. I don't have Luna. At the end of the battle, refund portion of ultimate bar used. Yeah, that sounds really good for like ultimate spamming. Oh shit, I can't even Almond Descriptor you. You're fucking 3.5 stars. Okay, wait, what do I need? I need 31? I need 31. I need 31. I could open up some of those. I can open them up. 31.
到着はお任せください。
Last I checked, ultimate spamming teams, like, they're for fun, but they're not, like, meta or anything like that.
ディナーの時間だよ。私の腕の見せ所だね。
I swear, if we get, like, some sort of, like, stupid thing, like getting Eucharist on our side because Choco is her best friend or something, I'm gonna fucking cringe. Just keep Eucharist as a bad guy. Eucharist seems like very loyal to Esperus, so I just don't see Eucharist like going over to our side anytime soon. I don't see it. All right, 20 fragments. And then I'll just open up Soshun, or maybe I want to do Abigail. I forget what's free. What's my free fragments? Alright, so Soshun, Fern, and Abigail are all free. Like every like cycle. Every like fucking like exception protocol cycle. So these are technically infinite. They're technically infinite. And then Jin's infinite too. So I guess that means I should just be getting Choco fragments then. Since, like, those are technically infinite. Oh, I just got Jin to 5-star. And then my Abigail's currently at 4.5 stars, but her intimacy's not at 15 yet, so I can't Alma inscript to her anyway. Oh, that's a cute little gingerbread icon she gets. I guess I'll just open up only Choco then. Because Simo, I don't think Simo even has an Alma Inscripta. So it's between Soshun, Fern, and Abigail. Abigail combos with Hana, but like neither of them at like affection 15 right now, so I can't make use of that yet. And Soshun is supposed to be like a good guard, but like she already got power crept though. Soshun was a good Alma Inscripta guard when she first came out, but we have more guards now, and she's not good anymore. Last I checked. So I guess I'll just do Choco, and then like in the future, whenever like ultimate teams are good, then like I can use Choco for that. All the Choco fragments. Hana's currently at Intimacy 8. What do you do again? Continuously release mass energy. Damage dealt, crit. She counts as a specialist, but I guess she's an offensive specialist. And then Abigail's supposed to be a support unit. Let me see. Crit rate increased by 15%. Crit damage increased by 15%. So that's what Abigail's supposed to excel at. And before, we didn't have any good teams for Abigail, but like now we do, because we're on the script that makes it better, I guess. Area of effect allies the Aurora deals derivative operant damage. Agitation effect increases the charge progress of the auto skills. Yeah, so Abigail just becomes better, but like I haven't really seen the numbers to support that though. How do I? There it goes. What's it called again? Already search for Nanika. I already have her. Oh, here it is. Bryce's Rescue. Duration 4/2 to 4/23. So that's supposed to be the next event coming up. And Entropic Dichotomy ends on 4/2. Okay, so as soon as Entropic Dichotomy ends, then we go into the next new event. And I know nothing about this event. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like an April Fool's event or if it's just a random event that we're just getting. 4/2 to 4/23. That's only like 2 weeks. 4/2 to 23. Yeah, that's only 2 weeks. Spend keys to get points. Yeah, spend keys. Yep. You could farm ad hoc warning signs by clearing EX stage without spending keys. During the event, Cascada would gain 50% intimacy. Oh, it's a new unit event. Oh, that's what it is. It's a new unit event. I thought this was like a regular event. Okay, so it's your typical like new gacha unit event. I thought it was something else. Oh, she's a warrior. Oh, she's a warrior. Okay. So new story, new solo story. I'm down with that. Yeah, so like it's not gonna be lore. It's not gonna be lore connected then. So like as always with like these new character stories, it's gonna be a flashback. So like it's gonna be their time like in the real world then. Because yeah, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure like most of the girls like solo stories, I don't think they ever really like spent time like inside the Oasis that much. Oh no, wait, that's not true. Luna. No, not Yelena. Where's Luna? Yeah, Luna. Luna's story was like almost entirely like inside the Oasis. Yeah. I mean, it's a flashback. It's still a flashback, but like her story doesn't go as far back as compared to the other characters do. Luna's story is in the Oasis, but like most of the other girls, their stories are not in the Oasis though. Their stories are like in the real world. Yeah, Undini's story. I haven't even read. I still haven't read Tasha's story yet. I heard it's sad. I heard she has a sad story though. What makes me mad about this is like I just never got time. I legit never got time to do the Tasha story, so like I kind of wasted a lot of energy. Yeah, I just legit never got a chance to like do the point farming for Tash. So like I didn't get all those freebies. I didn't get all the freebie shit for Tash. Yeah, Undini was in the real world. Yelena was half. Yelena was half and half. Half real world, half Oasis. Clotho was in the real world, and then that's why you found out like why she's so close to Sintarasi. We haven't gotten like any like main chapters in like the basic lore in a while. Everything's been major events now. Even if I go to like this section 2 thing, so I could get like quote unquote chapter 8 in Invert Mordant or whatever like that, and then chapter 7's Aberrant's Chain, like technically these are major events, and like you need to use like a ticket to open these things. I mean, if you weren't playing back then. We haven't got like any like regular chapters in a good while. Same thing too for Girls Front Line. Like Girls Front Line, we've been stuck on like chapter 13 for like a long time. Chapter 13 and then like chapter 10 night. Chapter 10 night was the last night chapter. Chapter 13 was like the last normal chapter. And then like every other story fragment after chapter 13 is all major events. And Girls Front Line still does not have a really good history system. At least Project Neurocloud has that, like, but like Girls Front Line doesn't have that, and that kind of annoys me. I mean, thankfully we have a fan site though. We have like the visual novel fan site to like reread stories, but like it's kind of weird that Girls Front Line still doesn't have that. And I'm just going to assume that like the spaghetti code is just so bad that they can't do it. I can go back and reread like all the fucking stories here in Project Neurocloud, but I can't do that in Girls Front Line, and that's really annoying. I really did like this New Year's story. This New Year's story was amazing. I also like that like it was like the last like feel-good story we got before we went back to like the lore, because the lore is sad. The lore is sad and everyone's getting hurt and shit, and Soul just died and that kind of sucked. Yeah, that sucked. Oh yeah, same thing with Strange Blue. Strange Blue was fun too. That was fun. Seasonal events are nice. Seasonal events, like, they make me like not depressed. Because we just got through Perilous Advancement, and like, what I like about Project Neurocloud is basically like the day after like the major event's over, it immediately gets added to like your history. So like you don't have to wait like a year or something, or you don't have to wait like 6 months or whatever shit like that. Like it's here like right away, so you can like read these like whenever you want to. Also, like, I don't know like why I'm at 17 out of 18 for like Perilous Advancements, because I felt like I didn't miss anything, but apparently I did. How did I miss this? How the fuck did I miss this? I had the whole story though, 22 out of 22, but like I don't know how I didn't get the fucking avatar frame. I don't know how I missed this, but I missed it somehow. We just got our rerun of Aberrant's Chain. I didn't even think they would ever do reruns like this in Project Neurocloud, but they did. I guess for all the new players. And then we did get our rerun of Inadvertent Mordant's Resonance, so I guess that means like they will do a rerun of Critical Cascade and Perilous Advancement then. So whenever we get our rerun of Perilous Advancement, I'll finally be able to get my little avatar frame. And I'll finally be able to get that back. And then I need to get time to kind of catch up on all the character stories. I gotta read through Tash, and let's see, who am I still missing? Ah, I gotta read Helix. I haven't read Helix yet. I haven't read Helix, and I haven't read Diane. I still haven't read Kiro. Actually, wait, this actually kind of makes sense for me, because I wasn't playing the game back then. So I missed these anyway. Yeah, I think when I started playing Project Neurocloud, I think that's why Mac-Hilda is the one where I start at. I distinctively remember starting on Helix though. I remember starting at around Helix, but like I didn't understand the way that the Helix story worked back then. So that's why this is at 1. Or I did this one. Yeah, like that's why this is at 1. They could be their own read streams in the future. They could be, yeah. Because like I'm just trying to catch up whenever I can. for now, like, I gotta get through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and then of course, like, we got bakery. We got bakery to do whenever I feel up to do bakery. I just saw Sia. Sia did his stream of bakery. It seems snappy. The movement seems very snappy. But also, like, there's also, like, at least 2 Nintendo Switch games I also want to stream as well. So, like, I got kind of a backlog. I definitely have a backlog of things I want to do. Also, I spent more money recently on streaming equipment, and I want to get back into cosplay, so that could be, like, that'll probably be, like, a stream in the future. So, yeah. So I got plans. But for now, one thing at a time. I'm kind of disappointed that, like, they never really update basic search that much. Even if it's like a 0.1% chance, I would love like a 0.1% chance to like get like some 3-star characters in here. I will so take a 0.1% chance to like get a 3-star character. The new 3-star characters. I remember Banksy. Banksy's in here, and I know I got Banksy in basic search, and who else was in there? Jin. I got Jin as well. So Jin is in basic search. Banksy is in basic search. Is it just those two? I think it's just those two, maybe. Or at the very least, that's all I remember. Let me see. I think I remember it tells you, I think, back at the Oasis, which I never go to the screen anymore. I just hit like the collect all button in the main, in like the menu right here. I just hit this button, but I forget that this is a thing though. You can look at your little base here. Where is it? Where is it? Search terminal? Oh, yeah, it is just those two. Yeah, Banksy and Jin added to the basic search pool. Like, that's it. So, I kind of would hope that they would, like, improve this sometime in the future. But this seems kind of like a forgotten, like, gameplay mechanic. Like, this has not changed, like, at all. Like, since, like, the beginning of the game. I sometimes forget, like, this is even a thing. I don't know, like, maybe increase the levels or something? Because everything's at max level. Like, I can't do anything with this anymore. And then, like, is there still space? Yeah, there is still space. So, like, if I move the headquarters, I could definitely still get space or something. Oh, wait, you can't move the headquarters? Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay. I can move it here. Yeah. Yeah, like if I just like kind of like move things around, I could definitely get more space. So this definitely seems like something that Mika kind of abandoned. I don't know if maybe like they thought they were gonna do something with this and then like just kind of like just went back on it or something. I could say the same thing too for Nikkei. Nikkei, they kind of like also had like the outpost building thing, and like I think past like chapter 15, I think chapter 13 or 15 was like the last time you could get a blueprint in like the chapters, and then like we're up to chapter 26 now, and we haven't seen like a single blueprint like come out of the chapters. So it definitely seems like Nikkei also kind of abandoned the whole like base building segment like of their game or something. Which is kind of disappointing because like there's free space like in the Nikkei outpost. There's so much free space. There's like, I think we have enough free space for like 5 or 6 more buildings, and like there's like nothing to do with them other than to kind of like just rearrange your shit. That's kind of disappointing. kind of wish there was a way to see like the full furniture set, like just to see it. The only way to see that is like with pictures though. You need to like either like just see it like in an online community or like on YouTube or some shit. Oh, look at this. This billboard's advertising the new event. Ah, sir, fighting movies aren't popular anymore. Young people nowadays like cyberpunk with a hint of romance to it. Sci-fi shows with some military elements. Yes, that's what the billboard is showing. That's kind of funny. This is for the Ultrium. What do I have for my Ultrium? Oh, I want to talk to Eos. I haven't talked to her in here. Where is she? Isn't that one? Oh, I want to talk to her. Oh, I want to change this room first. This is the new one? That's the new one. Oh, I like that. It's kind of ass that it has only 1600 comfort though. That's kind of ass. It looks really nice. I like this. It's just it gives no comfort for some reason. They have extra lines of dialogue in here. That's why like I kind of like remind myself to do it sometimes. Lie down. Oh my god. Yo. This is Persicara's nightmare. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, don't tell Persicaria. Whatever you do, don't tell don't tattle. Don't tattle to me. I'm just spending some time with Horizon and Eos. The NTR is so real. Yo, this bed's big enough. This bed is big enough for all three of us though. You're awake? You're awake, Horizon? Is it Eos's turn? Is it Eos's turn? Oh, she's leaving. Oh yeah, she's leaving. Oh, Tash is in here. No wait, Tash feels wrong though, because like Tash is a lowly character. Yeah, Tash definitely feels wrong. I mean, comfort I guess maxes out at 10, so I guess it's okay for me to have like the room here then. It kind of annoys me too in Girls Front Line, where like some of the 3-star sets look really good in Girls Front Line, but then the 3-star sets don't give max comfort. And then some of the 5-star sets, like they look kind of shit, but then like they give max comfort though. Oh my god, where's Eos? Oh yeah, I forgot. I fucking like messed with the room. That's why she's not there no more. Okay, I gotta put her back in. All right, looks like Eos can have a roommate. She could have a roommate. Who would she get along with? Who would she get along with? Alright, I want to talk to Eos. God damn it, I hit the wrong button. Oh, I just happened to come across the room with Antonina, Hana, and Sokka Delager. I always forget what her name is. Antonina, what you got for me? Into... So that's an affection line right there. She only says that if you marry her. Or like maybe not marry, just max affection. I'm pretty sure that's a max affection line. Okay, I want to talk to Eos. I keep missing Eos. Oh, she's in bed. I want to go in bed with her. Yeah! Screenshot. Yeah, there we go. I got my screenshot. Good enough for me. Okay, wait, Eos, wait, I want to talk to you.
映画、小説、料理、スイーツ、占い。どれもパンテオンにはなかったものだわ。パンテオンについて教えてほしい？聞きたいのは公式の解説？
Do you want the official version of the funny
ユー
version?
モラスな何か？
I like that.
公式では浄化者たちの聖殿とされているわ。浄化者はそこで生まれ、修復し、リセットされる。ユーモアなバージョンを知りたいんなら、残念だけどパンテオンはマグラシアで最もユーモアとは無縁な場所なのよね。ペルシカさんには相変わらず相当警戒されてるわね。皆さんと仲良くなって浄化者とオアシスの隔たりをなくしたいだけなのに
Persicaria is very wary of Eos.
なかなかうまくいかないわ。
I definitely would love like an April Fool's event or like a Valentine's event where like Eos and Persicaria get along or something.
皆さんに私たちの関係を見せつけてあげなくちゃ。少しふざけすぎたかしらね。あら、もう手を離してしまうの？残念。
Yes, let's hold hands. Let's walk around the oasis and hold hands. And then Persicaria can be hella jealous. DeLacy, what's up? What's up, DeLacy?
私は劣悪な環境のプロジェクトに数多く参加してきま
Yo,
した。
yo, Persicaria like also is wary of DeLacy too though. Like Persicaria doesn't like anyone that's close to the
人間への負担が
professor.
激しいものだったんです。
Like DeLacy always be trying to hug us
極
and
端
shit.
な環境であればあるほど、人間は人形を単なる道具とみなします。そんな中、私は弱っていた人形たちの世話をしていました。私のことを唯一の希望と言わんばかりに、彼らは私の手を握ってきましたが、私には何もしてあげることができませんでした。
Yeah, DeLacy definitely has like a troubled past. I put Persicaria and Kroku in the same room. Oh my god, it's crowded here. It's fucking crowded as fuck in here. Can I sleep in the bed too? Oh my god, yes! I'm in the same bed as Kroku with Persicaria already in the room. And Persicaria has no choice. Look, she's watching! She's just watching. She's making sure. She's making sure there's nothing funny going on in here. Where's that Yu-Gi-Oh meme? Where like Persicaria goes, it should have been me! It should have been me, not her. Oh shit, there's actually reflection in like the helmet? That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. Kroku's helmet like actually has like reflection in it. That's really good. That's like a little bit of like extra shit that like Mika didn't have to do, but they did it though. Her lines haven't really changed. It's still the same lines. What about Kroku? Are your lines any different?
教授、現実世界に戻ったら一緒に電気街へ新作プラモを見に行こうね。
Oh, that makes me sad. Let's go check the latest plastic models of the trust once we return to the real world. That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. We're not gonna get a happy ending. This is a secret promise only between the two of us. Oh, I think that's a marriage line. That's like an affection. That's like a max affection line right there. All the oathing I'm doing does not matter because I know we're gonna get a bad ending. We're gonna get like a sad ending or some shit. The professor has made so many promises with like all the agents here to like meet them again like in the real world and shit. And like I just know it's not gonna happen. I definitely like this. Like this whole 3D aspect of like visiting rooms. I kind of wish this was in Girls from Frontline, but we know that Girls from Frontline 2 has that though. Girls from Frontline 2's got like individual rooms for the girls, and that's cool. Man, so many of these girls have like human trauma. I mean, that's fair though. That's fair. Like, if Girls from Frontline is any indication, like, with all the robot racism and shit, like, so many of the girls like just don't have good, they don't have good memories of humans. They really don't. They really don't. It's kind of crazy that like people like the Commander and Kyriger are like the exception to the rule. Holy shit. Yo! It feels kind of wrong to see like Eos's like fucking boob cleavage like in chibi form. She really does have like epic boob cleavage in chibi form. I'm always kind of weirded out when it comes to seeing like chibi boobs. And then like I really like the Ultrium because the Ultrium's like so big. Like this I love. I love this. I just love being able to like be in a spot where like I can actually like interact with everybody. I've seen so many feet meme pics of GFL2. Like, the feet look really good though. The feet look amazing in GFL2. And I'm not a feet guy. I am definitely not a feet guy. There is one character in BA that has a chibi belly fat squish. I could just sit down, just real. Oh, it's Soul! It's Soul! I don't care if it's not canon. It's canon in my heart. Soul! You're real to me. You're real to me. I swear we're gonna get Soul back. We have to get her back somehow. Someday. Someday. There's a hidden backup server. We're gonna get Soul back someday. Someday.
心の闇を振り払ってあげられる。教授もだからね。何か不安なことがあればいつでも言ってよね。
What kind of sucks is like I kind of spoiled myself a little bit. So like I remember like looking up like future I remember like looking up like future events and shit like that too. And like from what like I've been told, the future events for PNC, there's no Soul. Soul does not exist in the future events. So like yeah, like she's gone. Soul is gone whether you like it or not. There's no talk about Soul at all, like in the future events. She's not around. Unfortunately. There's not gonna be like some kind of like secret backup server or anything like that or whatever. It's gonna be like, guess what? She's not dead. She's not dead. She's still around somehow. Now this is my favorite. I just wish all these games were playable, but this is definitely my favorite. Pack dolls. I like that. Pack dolls. Look at Evelyn. Evelyn is like the fucking arcade security. Gotta make sure there's no roughhousing in the arcade, Evelyn. There's even like there's a DDR machine also in GFL. GFL's got a DDR machine. Oh man, like I have like such fond memories of DDR. Like back when like arcades used to be much more popular in America. I know that arcades are still a thing in Japan, but in America, like they're sparse. They're very, very sparse in America. Because they don't make money. Like, every arcade I know that still exists, they only exist because they're attached to something else. Standalone arcades just don't make money anymore. And I live in Vegas, so like, I'm lucky enough that like, I live in a place with casinos. So, casinos can have arcades, because obviously they make money with the casino part. And they just have an arcade because they just like to have it. If I remember right, with the arcades that we have here in Vegas, the way they make their money is legit with food. Because like, all the arcades that we have in our casinos, they have like food places like in them, like McDonald's or like other restaurants. And those restaurants, they make mad money. Because people get hungry. People get hungry playing video games. Oh, where's 416? 416 is the only GFL character we have right now. Where's 416? Ah, she's in the last room.
Oasis での職務って人形たちの特技や趣向で選ばれるんですか？のんびりしてますね。人形に命令を下すとき、相手にそれができるかどうかなんて人間は考えもしない。必ず遂行する。それが人形のルール。もちろん、あなたみたいな人形のためを思うやつもちらほらいるけれど、別に文句はありません。唯一無二の観点とスタイルを持つからには、それなりの実力で守り通さないと。オアシスでの職務って人形たちの特技や趣向で選ばれる。
Oh, she doesn't have 2 lines? She only has like 1 line of dialogue.
悪くないですね。
There's a little Kiro pillow and like a puzzle pillow right here, like that. Oh, that's some Lay's potato chips right there. I recognize that branding anywhere. That is Lay's. That is Lay's potato chips. Oh, there's like a Persicaria like pillow doll thing here. There's like a Persicaria like head doll. Oh, that's cute. There's technically no bed here. I mean, like, unless you mean, like, sleeping in the teepee. There's technically no bed here at all. What kind of, like, extra rooms do I have? Oh, yeah, there's this one I remember. I'm not a fan of the Entropic furniture set. Not a fan of the Rossum set either. Photography set's okay, I guess. Oh yeah, that's what it was before. Oh yeah, here's all the Altrium shit. Oh yeah, 42 Lab. Oh wow. 42 Lab was alright. I didn't get the Fairground set, and then right now it's the Chinese, like the Chinese market set. The Chinese market set's alright. I wish I could just quick furnish it so I could look at it, but I guess I'll have to look at some pictures later on. Alright, I am satisfied with that for a stream. I'm hungry, and I also have work later on today, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. But thanks for everyone for hanging out for the Saturday stream. I will see you all back here on Tuesday. We'll probably try to finish off Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And then we'll go from there when it comes to like other games and events. So thanks for hanging out, bitches. I'll see y'all later.